Thank you, my gorgeous. Hi, my Carissa, and hello, Mzansi. As you heard from the gorgeous Carissa, it's about to be a flavorful episode of this beautiful show. But, my Carissa, I was in London town, darling. I was there for the London premiere of Sinners. I was interviewing Michael B. Jordan, Ryan Coogler, Henry Steinfeld, and a few others. But that's where I was. I was having a bit of a good time, all in the name of representing Mzansi at the London premiere of Sinners. But, my gorgeous, I need you to get even more ready because Mzansi today, we're not only going to be jumping on into chatting to radio royalty, the gorgeous Dineo Ranaka, who's just taken over the top 30 on Metro FM, but we're also going to be chatting along with some incredible humans that are going to be making the Easter weekend super special. Of course, I'm talking about Ndete as well as Judah ZA. But right now, I know as well that yes, we've checked in with Carissa, we've checked in with me. Let's check in with Graham to see what's going down. Because Graham, I heard you're our Ken doll this morning. How can we help you out, my king?
Okay, yes. Help. I need somebody. Please, I need help getting dressed. I don't know, every morning I'm confused and it's a bit crazy because the show is crazy. So first of all, before I get too confused, good morning. Welcome to you. Welcome to Zanele. Welcome to Carissa. The ladies look amazing, ready to conquer the day. I need to follow suit. Excuse the pun. No, we're not suiting up today. We are layering up, and I love the look. So please, I need you to head over to the socials and help me choose between these two very dynamic, really cool looks. So let's start with option one, shall we? And we've got our beige chinos, a staple during winter, well, the year round, I think. A nice button-up shirt, really good quality shirt. Absolutely love that. A nice pullover, and then we've got the funnel neck jacket. I like it. It's classy. It's not overdressed. Really, really cool, and especially for the shift in weather. Then we shift over to option two. Similar, but completely different, if you get what I mean. Similar stylistic elements, but a completely different impact and look. We got the great grey trousers, a knitted T-shirt layered with a navy Harrington jacket, and then we've got some Chelsea boots to go with that, and we've dressed the option one down with some sneakers. Absolutely love both of them. I will not be hurt with either. In fact, I'll be excited to put both of them on. I might wear the one tomorrow if we don't choose it today. But you can head over to the socials. You can choose the look you like, maybe comment on what you like, what you would add, how you would glow up with this winter set. Absolutely love what our styling department has put together for these. So as I say, your choice this morning. Let us know. And of course, hashtag it so we know that you are taking part in our little Ken dressing session this morning. Hashtag styled by Woolies. But of course, we're going to have a lot of hashtags, a lot of conversations because we've got you for 3 hours and we cannot wait. So let's start that conversation with some news and sporting headlines. Then the fun can begin. Oh, they're great.
My name is Tandile Mafanya. I am founder of an events company and marketing agency. I don't like to think too much when I think about what I have to wear. Love being outside as well and just being one with, I guess, the world.
Well, we can't wait to get into that. But like Grace said, before the fun starts, let's get into some official duties. In your national news-making headlines, American missionary Josh Sullivan has been rescued unharmed after being kidnapped during a church service in ABSA last week. Now, Hawks-led law enforcement traced him to a house in KwaMaxaki where a shootout with suspects ensued. 3 armed men were fatally wounded after they opened fire. Now, Sullivan was found in the vehicle used by the suspects. The armed gang had stormed the church in Motherwell, robbing attendees and demanding a ransom. Sullivan's family, who moved to South Africa in 2018, were unharmed during the ordeal. Now, police are continuing their investigation. In other national news, authorities will monitor major routes in KwaZulu-Natal over the Easter weekend as a cold front and snowfall are expected. MEC for Transport Siboniso Duma urged motorists to stay updated via the South African Weather Service and to drive cautiously. Increased traffic is expected from tomorrow to Monday, with travellers heading to holiday and religious destinations. Now, the Road Traffic Inspectorate has been activated to manage potential disruptions. Duma also warned about erratic weather linked to climate change as the province braces for plunging temperatures, heavy rain and even possible snow. In your international news-making headlines, in a rare use of a U.S. law allowing prosecution for torture committed abroad, a former Gambian soldier, Michael Sang Correa, has been convicted for crimes linked to the feared, quote, junglers. Correa, who moved to the U.S. in 2016, was found guilty of conspiracy and direct involvement in torture against political opponents. Now, his trial took place in Denver, where he lived as a day laborer. This is the first conviction of a non-US citizen under the 1994 law, which aims to hold perpetrators accountable even beyond their home jurisdictions. Meanwhile, the European Commission has released a list of countries deemed, quote, safe for returning failed asylum seekers, including Egypt, Tunisia and Morocco. The list allows EU states to fast-track deportations, assuming applicants from these countries are unlikely to face danger. Now, Amnesty International warned that the policy risks discriminating against vulnerable groups such as the LGBTQIA individuals, political dissidents and journalists. The list is part of the broader EU Migration Pact set to take effect in 2026, though it still requires final approval by the European Parliament as well as member states. And closing off your first bit of news for this morning, at Sedgwick County Zoo in Kansas in the USA, a beautiful moment unfolded as 30-year-old chimpanzee Mahale met her newborn daughter, Knysna, for the first time 14 hours after a successful C-section. Now, this tender reunion came 2 years after Mahale tragically lost her previous baby, making the embrace even more poignant. In the video, Mahale gently scoops Knysna into her arms, cuddling her with unmistakable love. Named after a Tanzania mountain, little Knysna is now safely bonding with her mom away from public view, as caretakers monitor their healing. And with the help of doctors as well as zoo staff, this mother-daughter duo begins their journey, full of warmth, full of hope, and definitely full of second chances. Feel-good story to get you kick-started this morning. That's where we leave your news. For now, let's catch up with your footballing and beyond with Graham. He's got your sports.
Oh, thank you so much. That is a tough act to follow, but we'll do our best. Let's start with footy action. And Arsenal knocked out defending champions Real Madrid with a 2-1 win in Spain, sealing a dominant 5-1 aggregate triumph. Incredible. Bukayo Saka opening the scoring after missing an early penalty. Talk about mental agility there before Vinicius Jr. then levelled Mattels. Then Gabriel Martinelli struck late to cap the victory, sending the Gunners into their first Champions League semi-final since 2009. And of course, they'll be facing PSG, also hunting their first trophy in the space. Meanwhile, Inter Milan's 2-2 draw with Bayern Munich, excuse me, that was enough to secure their semi-final showdown with Barcelona. Now, staying with footballing news, and this is big, and I'm going to start with a massive happy birthday for Steve, my father-in-law, who was at the match last night and is a dyed-in-the Will Geordie. Newcastle stormed into third place in the Premier League with a commanding 5-0 win over Crystal Palace. Goals from Jacob Murphy, Harvey Barnes, Fabian Schär and Alexander Isak. And then a Guehi own goal, powering the Magpies to a 6th straight win despite Eddie Howe's absence at the moment. The victory strengthens their Champions League push ahead of a crucial trip to a very high-flying Aston Villa. That's going to be one for the ages. Now we turn to cricket. Mitchell Stark's brilliance in both regular play and that super overpowered the Delhi Capitals to a dramatic win over the Rajasthan Royals after a 188-run tie. So Delhi restricted the Royals to 11 for 2 in that super over. Then Tristan Stubbs sealed the victory with a 6 off Mohit Sharma, clinching a pulsating finish at the Arun Jaitley Stadium. So good to see the South Africans featuring so dominantly as well. Now we turn to tennis, and world number 2 Iga Swiatek has breezed past qualifier Jana Fett 6-2, 6-2 to reach the Stuttgart last 8, marking a very strong comeback after her Miami Open exit, and very early exit at that. So chasing a third Stuttgart title now, the Pole is eyeing her first trophy of 2025. She wants to get back on track. And rising star Mira Andreeva, she also progressed, while world number 1 Arina Sabalenka, she awaits her quarter-final debut. So again, we'll watch that space. But that's where we leave our sport for now. Let's touch on the weather.
Thank you so much, Graham and Mzansi. It looks like we're getting into a day that is quite sunny in most parts of the country, just rain here or there. However, let's start off with what our weather service is telling us today. The Department of Water and Sanitation is preparing to release water from the Pongola Port Dam in Jozini, northern KZN, after it reached 98% capacity following weeks of heavy rainfall. The dam has been fed by continuous inflows from the upper Pongola River catchment, and the department warns that they may remain unpredictable. The release will raise water levels in Pongola River, potentially impacting low-lying areas, bridges, as well as farmlands. Downstream communities are urged to please stay alert for localized flooding. Meanwhile, extremely high fire danger is forecast for parts of the northern and western Cape today. We'll keep you up to date with anything else that you may need to know. But my friend, I always want to know what's happening on your side of life, particularly when it comes to your sunrise view. So please go and show us what outside is looking like as you wake up this morning. Take a picture and send it through on 063 036 9649. And let's show the rest of the country what your sunrise view is looking like. For now, though, what can you expect in terms of your temperatures? Let's take a look.
Oh, absolutely beautiful. You can feel things are shifting, and maybe we need to feed that energy and bring on a little shift in ourselves. There is so much focus on healing, and I don't mean just the superficial stuff, the authentic healing, the generational healing that we need to embrace. And often we have to walk this journey as a family, and it's difficult to understand, so we need the right kind of stories to be able to take us into that journey, and we're going to do exactly that. I'm getting goosebumps.
Just thinking
it's going to be very, very, very special.
We've got a wonderful author in the building, and we can't wait to learn just the story behind this wonderful moment of vulnerability so that the rest of us can also, like Grace said, heal from moments of our childhoods, our parenting, our mothers and relationships that we have with them. Yesterday, today, this morning. It's going to be absolutely beautiful. We'll welcome in Anel in just a little bit to chat a little bit more about her book. So don't go anywhere. Some really good things wait for you on the other side of this very short break.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. If no one said it, good morning, and I mean it. I hope it's going to be an amazing morning. In fact, I'm going to use all the creative energy that you've got this early in the day and hopefully inspire you. If game stores gifted you 10,000 Rand right now, what would be the first thing you'd spend it on? And here's the kicker. We want to find out from you, and there might be some kind of joy woven into this. We know that game listens, so speak up. Let us know more about your wish list via a voice note and use our new line 063-036-9649. I know we all have those bucket lists, those wish lists, those big ticket items, but maybe your list looks different this year. I think a lot of people feeling the pinch, the pressure. So what will 10,000 Rand do in your space? Let us know. You can also hit us up on any of our socials. Hashtag Expresso Show, whatever platform, at Expresso Show is the handle to use. And we've got the most amazing social media team on the planet. They engage, they talk, suggest stuff. Let them know how you're feeling and let us know how you would spend 10,000 Rand if we put it in your pocket right now. Cannot wait to start that conversation and a whole lot more. We've got amazing conversations to delve into this morning, especially concerning healing. And this one is going to be special.
Oh, that is right, Graham. So excited to get into this conversation because the guest that I'm going to introduce you to right now, she's not just writing books. In fact, she is bottling time and bottling memories in ways that make it so incredibly tangible for us to enjoy, and not only enjoy, for us to definitely get into that process of healing. And it's all about memoirs from your mother. In the building right now, we've got Ane Pretorius' deeply personal and beautifully designed interactive journal. And that helps mothers and now even fathers, as well as veterans, which we'll get into a little bit, record their life stories for future generations, which is so important. And after the passing of her own mother, whose handwritten reflections became her most cherished inheritance, Ane is set out on a mission to help others do the same, turning family storytelling into a beautiful movement. So Ane, welcome, and thank you so much for being here this morning.
Hello, Carissa. Thank you very much. It's
my
a great honor to be here.
And I love the fact that you've really turned something that is a tragedy into a healing moment, not just for yourself, but for so many generations that are still to come after you. So tell me more about how you even began thinking about writing and, like I said earlier, turning it into something tangible.
Yeah, so how it happened is my favorite place in the world is a flea market.
Oh, I love
and
that.
so the story starts at the flea market in 2010, and I saw a similar book and I thought, oh, I'm going to buy this for my mother. And I gave it to her and I said, Mom, I know you're so busy, but this would be really quite interesting if you could find the time to complete it. And I must say, Carissa, I actually forgot about that book. You know, life is so busy.
Of course.
But my mum, through a period of a couple of years, completed that book for me. And on her 60th birthday, she handed it over to me quite formally. And it was gaping like this with all the extra photos and extra cards that she put into the book. And I must say, if I look back at that, if I think back at that moment, I didn't really understand the value of that book until her sudden passing. And I went and I got that book off my shelf, and I reread it with a different perspective, and more of an understanding of the mortality of our lives. And yeah, so now I realize that that book is so special. It's the best thing I have left of my mother. It's her handwriting. I can hear her voice in the way that she wrote.
Oh my goodness.
And not to mention even the photos and everything. So at a funeral, I spoke about this book and this concept a lot, and wanted to create awareness and tell people, please, you don't know what you don't know. Please start today, write your story. And people kept on phoning me years even after her passing to say, no, I'm now ready for this project. Where is that book? Where do I get it? How do I start? And people kept on coming back to me, and I realized they were struggling. And I myself started to think, well, I should also start with this project, practice what you preach.
Yes.
And I couldn't find that book anymore. It was out of print. I even contacted the producers, and they just said they're not going to reprint it. I couldn't find anything similar on the market. And I said, okay, well,
this is my time.
Let me do it if no one's going to do it. And there's obviously a need. And I'm blown away by the response. And so we've got an English book, Memoirs from Your Mother, and an Afrikaans, Memoirs van Your Moeder. And I really tried to make it durable because I want it to last for generations.
Absolutely.
Not just for your child. I mean, my mum's book, my daughters would inherit that book, and their daughters. And can you imagine, Carissa, to have a book of your great-grandmother?
That's incredible.
Not only to know her name, where she lived, where she died, the year, but details. I'm also getting goosebumps.
Yeah, literally, I'm tearing up. That is beautiful.
Details about her life, what she thought about stuff,
Yeah.
her point of view. I mean, we never spoke about politics in our home growing up, but my mum wrote to me about what she thought about everything happening during the course of her life. And and we had such a good relationship. We both lived in the same town in Pretoria. We saw each other often. But I'm blown away when I realize how much I wouldn't have known if she didn't write it down.
Oh my goodness, Ane, that is so beautiful. I am choking out because I can imagine that gift that keeps on giving. And the fact that on her birthday, she handed something over to you is absolutely special. I'm sure you will treasure it forever. Tell me a bit more about the book itself, though. What does it look like? How is it set up for people to be able to put their different memories within it?
Yes, so the book my mum completed, you remember it was gaping with all the photos, and it keeps on falling out. So we have this big, beautiful book bag with the cover artwork. And then, so the book, I also have sturdy envelopes in the book.
Oh,
where you can insert memorabilia. And I encourage people to really record your voice, because I still listen to my mother's WhatsApp messages.
Wow.
But those are things like, Ane, I'm going to be 5 minutes late, just order some coffee in the meantime, stuff like that. But it still has a voice. So if you can record something special, your favorite poem or your favorite recipe or just how your day went. And then beautiful artwork for each chapter, which represents a part of your life. And you can also order the artwork, the original artwork, and prints online.
Beautiful.
So Marie Vermeulen-Brett is a well-known South African artist, and she's also internationally adored. And then the thing that I'm really excited about is the prompts. So Mum's book was awesome, but there were fixed questions. And I must say, Chris, I don't know about you, but some of those questions, if I were to now have to write something, my mum thought very creatively on each and every question she had a very good answer. But not all of us would be like that. And I must say, I would feel a bit silly if I didn't know what to write. And I would just abandon the whole project. And that's what I don't want to happen. So the prompts are just guidelines. Think about this, think about this. It's a discussion between you and your child. So your child is asking you about your life, and you are answering in your book. But the best part for me, so in the new version, I've got an extra booklet, and in this book, it's thinner pages. So the idea is I write my book, and before I hand it over to my child, I rip these pages out, or I take the booklet out. So my child doesn't know, number one, I had help, so that your kid will think, my mum was so cool, she just thought about all these things on her own. And he or she would not know what you decided maybe not to write about. So this book is really how you want to make of it.
Curated by your memories and the way you want to do it. Look at that artwork, absolutely stunning. I know you've done such great work here, legacy in fact, that's going to last far beyond you, and I'm so excited for it. Also just in time for Mother's Day, which I'm really excited to get my hands on. Thank you for being here and sharing. That was so beautiful. And if you would like to get all of this, do know that we have it across our socials. It's available in English and Afrikaans, and come next month. And I also mentioned that she's going to be releasing one for soldiers as well. So that's really special for them to document their journeys too. So Ane, thank you for being here. Thank you for healing generations to come. And I know that for sure the future is looking incredibly healed and bright according to you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Oh, we love great conversations, especially to get us started off on a gorgeous morning like this. And Mzansi, listen, as we come to you live from the Samsung showroom at Design Quarter right here in Johannesburg, I can tell you that you need to get ready for some delicious things that are on the way. I'm talking about the likes of a lemon meringue pie cookie. My mouth is watering and I need it immediately. In fact, expeditiously. But something else I also need is always a dermatologist just to help me out when we talk about my winter skin. We know that seasons come and they change things up a little bit. So we're going to be hearing how to up our skincare routine, all in the name of looking after our skin, be it face or body. Do not go anywhere. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, some more feel goodness right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
It's my feel good breakfast show. It's my feel good breakfast show.
Welcome back. If you're looking for something light, white and fluffy, you've come to the right place. Yes, we are completely silly because that's what this time of the year demands. Let's take the edge off. Easter is all about sweet treats. Let's just take cognizance of that and accept it. Big eats and moments shared with family and friends, those connections. And of course, sometimes all that indulgence can leave your tummy a little, shall we say, off balance, okay? And we want to bring the balance back. And that's where citrus soda steps in, helping you feel good again after a little too much deliciousness. And there is a lot of deliciousness here. So with that in mind, we are baking something that is sweet, zesty, and well worth it. Lemon meringue pie cookies.
Ooh.
I've never even made a lemon meringue.
Neither,
so
but it's
the
up
miniature
there
ones,
for me.
it looks exciting. So we start, as always, with our all-important pastry. Very high butter content in this one, which means even more deliciousness.
I love it. More
and
butter, more better.
flakiness. More butter, more better. So you've got, we've already whipped up our sugar and
Thank
our
you.
butter, which is white, light and fluffy, as you can see. And it gets nice and blonde and lighter the more you do it, and that speaks to a better dough, which is great. Then we're going to mix in our...
In here?
Yep, our vanilla essence. A little bit of lemon juice.
Of course, I love that.
And I would have thought maybe it would have messed with the chemistry of the baking being an acid, but think of the flavor profile to have a bit of a lemon undertone in
I
your
love lemon
pastry with a
meringue.
lemon meringue. Boom, done. Then we got our baking soda and just a pinch of salt, and everything's going to be mixed together, obviously with our flour, into our beautiful dough.
Lovely.
And you can give that a little bit of a mix, and then you're going to gradually mix in the flour as well. You're going to go with the golden spoon.
First mix this together.
And it is quite a stiff, hard dough, which you want. It needs to stand up and have a bit of backbone because it's going to have quite a juicy... And then mix those two together. I like your style, girl. This is a girl where I said this morning, so my family's on a mission now to beat the yesterday's version of ourselves. In particular, my son, who's quite competitive, as you can understand. So I said to Carissa, we've got to beat yesterday's version of Chris. And she promptly starts beating up yesterday's version of herself. I meant we've just got to outperform.
And I'm beating this pastry
I like yesterday's
too.
Carissa, okay? I don't want to beat up yesterday's Carissa, man. Can we please just be okay? That's coming together beautifully. At some point, maybe you might have to get your hands a little bit, but don't you do you, boo. You do what you need to do.
Must it be like quite crumbly, quite stiff?
Yeah, I think it must all come together as a little dough ball, but you might just need to keep working a little bit. And I'm going to shift gears here to start filling. So basically, once we've got our nice dough, we're going to put in our little dough balls into our ramekins, and we're going to just press down a little indentation with our thumb to create this beautiful little thing here. And then you've got someone's thumb immortalized in your little cookie. So I'm now going to start with the filling, and I will eat lemon curd all day, every day. I love it. My biggest issue here, overfilling, I think. I don't know if that's a thing in the lemon meringue
world. Does it rise?
It doesn't rise, but
then it's fine.
yeah, exactly. It's just going to be dripping down your chin, and that's exactly what we want. It's going to go down your shirt. No, it won't. It'll be okay. I just love the combination of textures. The fact that you've got the sweetness, but you've also got a little bit of a bit of a zing. Hey?
Yeah.
Okay, and then of course.
Oh, here comes the tricky part, Gray.
Tiff, being the genius that she is, did all these like really cool little.
Ooh, nice. I'm gonna try to put the dough inside.
And I'm going to put a little one in the middle. And you can get creative. We've got maybe one swirl.
Oh, that's nice. And it's got a stiff peak.
And we'll do one there.
Concentration is the best part for me.
Nice. And what should we do for our last one?
Your name.
This one is, seeing as I mentioned Jack, we'll do one in honor of Jack.
Oh, shout out Jack for bringing the silliness. I'm here for it.
Exactly. Oh no, he didn't need to bring the silliness, I think. All right, and then we just very quickly just dress you up.
What? Stop it.
Look at that.
Oh, Gray, you absolutely nailed that. And listen, Feel Good fam, you know that we've always got you covered with something special. And you stand the chance to win, listen to this, 5,000 Rand cash. Simply reply to the competition post on Expresso's social media pages and just answer this. When is your heartburn at its worst? And do you know why? And don't forget to use that qualifying hashtag CitroSoda in your answer. The competition does close this Monday, the 21st of April at midnight. And T's and C's, of course, can be found on expressoshow.com.
Along with this particular recipe.
Wow,
super simple, super easy, and I think really, really cute. Okay, obviously Tiffany's look like a professional made them.
That looks like a rose.
Hey, it actually really does look like a rose. And I will say this with absolute humility, it's quite forgiving, okay? So this is a great one. If you want to impress your friends, impress your family, have a little bit of fun with the kids, this is the way to do it. You just man the torch. But you can find this recipe, expressoshow.com. Yay.
If heartburn, indigestion, or UTIs are slowing you down, well, CitroSoda is here to bring you relief and a chance to win 5,000 Rand every week right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Oh, and entering is easy. Simply head over to Expresso's Facebook, X, or Instagram and answer the weekly question and include that hashtag CitroSoda in your answer.
Yeah, and don't let the burn hold you back. Enter now, and you could be our next big winner. T's and C's apply.
Oh, man, you know how much we always love to give you an opportunity to win right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And my friend, there's another one. Go and do the right thing and enter, okay? Right about now, though, we also always want to be winning when it comes to our skin. The temperatures are dropping, it's getting cold, and so is the moisture in terms of our skin. It's going down, down, down. However, my friend, today we are joined by our CeraVe family that is going to be helping us out to find out how we can keep our skin happy, healthy, and hydrated, even in the months of winter. We're joined by none other than the incredible dermatologist. I'm talking about Dr. Malinga, who has all of the
Apologies for those technical difficulties. We'll head back to Joburg in just a little bit. But from the kitchen, let me tell you what is still to come on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We still have to get into such goodness on this beautiful Thursday. More cooking is definitely coming your way. And of course, Graham's Look. It's the last chance for you to vote. Make sure you head over to our socials. Use that hashtag Styled by Woolies and let us know, as you can see behind me, which look you are going for. Both of them are going to be equally great, but of course, it's up to you. Not only that, we have a radio legend, Dineo Ranaka, who's going to be joining us, of course, taking over that Metro FM Hit 30 and Top 30. So we can't wait to get into that conversation with one of our faves. We'll see you now.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel good breakfast show.
Welcome back, family. It's still right here on Expresso. And apologies for the freezing that happened. It's because it's freezing outside. And because it's freezing, we now need to find out how we can allow our skin to still flourish even though it's cold outside. So we've got our CeraVe family in the building. And this is why we're chatting to Dr. Malinga today. Maizina, how are you?
I'm very well, Zanele. Thank you so much for having me.
Of course. I want us to jump right in because I know at the moment my skin is doing crocodile things. I'm very upset.
Let's get right into it.
Please. So, of course, we know that sometimes our skin switches up as the seasons change. Can you talk to us a little bit about why exactly that happens?
So, Zanele, as we approach winter, there's less humidity, meaning the air is drier.
Yeah.
But it's cold, so we're also putting on our heaters, we're lighting our fires.
Yeah.
And what ends up happening is that our skin loses moisture, becoming dry. And sometimes you get symptoms that where your skin itches, becomes flaky and tight and uncomfortable.
And all of that sounded so bad. We don't want that.
We don't want
We don't
that.
need that.
We
In
don't
fact, we
need that.
deserve better. And this is why we've got you guys here. And of course, Zina, I know that like we said earlier on, you know, that sometimes we need to change up our skincare routine in the name of these seasonal changes. So can you talk to us about the importance of that? Why is it that our skin needs us to be so attentive in making sure that there is a little bit of a change?
So that's an excellent question, Danele. When we approach these drier seasons, our skin barrier might become impaired. So if you are someone who lives or suffers from dry skin, or if you have a dry skin condition like eczema, your skin barrier is impaired, meaning that the cells and the natural moisturizing factor and the ceramides that hold together your skin cells are impaired. And you can suffer from dry skin, you can have a compromised skin barrier, losing water into the environment, but also your skin can't perform its function of protecting you from the outside environment. So you can actually end up getting irritants coming into your skin or allergens.
Yeah.
It's really important to switch up the skincare routine and restore that skin barrier, keep your skin hydrated and moisturized.
I love that. And of course, you guys, you're the ceramide-rich family. You're the ones, you have them in ample amounts. But on top of that, I love that you guys are all about bringing back that barrier. Because I know I've done so many things to my skin where I got told by my dermatologist, you're actually killing your barrier.
Absolutely.
And now, you know, having CeraVe to help us out, I think it's one of the best things. But you said that ceramides help us, of course, in terms of that barrier. Is there anything else that they help us with as well?
So ceramides are naturally occurring lipids, which are oils that we have in our skin.
Yeah.
And as I'd mentioned, they build up the skin barrier. They hold the skin barrier together. People who have dry skin or who have eczema have a decrease in ceramides and natural moisturizing factors. So using a moisturizer that can replenish the skin barrier is ideal in those patients.
Love that. And of course, now when we're talking about the ceramides and even just, you know, the different ways in which you guys have incorporated them into all of this beautiful range that you have, rather, let's talk a little bit about the difference in terms of lotion and cream. Because I've actually never known the difference, if I'm being very honest. How must I decide for my skin, should I use the cream or should I use the lotion?
Wonderful. So the difference really is in the texture, right? So the CeraVe moisturizing lotion and the cream both have the same ceramide content, the same ability to moisturize and hydrate the skin, as well as the MVE technology that releases sustained moisture throughout the day. The difference is in the texture. So a lotion has a more runny or smoother texture, and a cream is a bit thicker. So if you find that your skin is more dry and you like a bit of a richer texture to your moisturizer, then you'd opt for the cream. If you'd like something that is a bit lightweight and that has an easier spreadability, then you'd opt for the lotion.
Okay, so it's not too much of a hectic difference. They both do amazing things.
They both do amazing things.
So it's just about how I want to feel, essentially.
Absolutely.
I love that. And I mean, I think you've already touched just on, you know, the people that have eczema, my doctor. But let's talk a little bit more about, you know, if you're somebody who is now sitting here going, do I have eczema? Because you're seeing just how dry your skin is, you know, and now you're sort of experiencing that little bit of flakiness, like you said. Should I just go out and buy CeraVe, or should I go to my dermatologist and kind of chat to them a little bit while, of course, now saying, okay, cool, I'm thinking of using CeraVe?
That's a wonderful question. So I always advise that if you've tried products and you are maintaining a good skincare routine, if you find that you have itching, red patches, if you have rashes that you can't really manage on your own, it's always best to consult a healthcare professional. And in the case of skin, a dermatologist is your best bet.
Beautiful. We must come to you, ne?
Yes, please.
I love that. But doctor, also talk to me about this. I mean, you know, when we talk about our skin in terms of our face, as well as our skin in terms of our bodies, you know, of course, we almost need to give them the different ways in which that we can look after them, right? And give them the different just benefits of what we can find with our products. But, you know, when we go into winter, what should we be looking out for? Or what are the signs that can tell us in terms of what we need to change here and there?
Wonderful. If your skin looks dull, feels itchy, tight, or if you can actually see visible cracks, which we call fissures in your skin, you need to change up your skincare routine. You need to incorporate ceramides, moisturizers, and moisturizers that contain urea as well to retain moisture and keep your skin hydrated.
Okay. Well, Doc, thank you so much. I feel like I'm a little bit better in terms of my knowledge and how I'm going to go into winter.
Wonderful.
Because, like I said, I'm someone who's always struggled with it. So thank you so much. And I know that now our Expresso family is all the better for it as well.
Thank you so much for having me,
Of
Zanele.
course. Our CeraVe family here to the rescue, darling. Dry skin for who? For what? Get out of here. Winter's still going to be great for us as long as we can trust in our CeraVe family because they have got us 100%. Here's to healthy, as well as, of course, hydrated skin, all in the name of building up that barrier yet again, okay? Right about now, we have got none other than the gorgeous Graham, who has been waiting for you to help us out and decide what exactly he is wearing this morning. Kendall, my Kendall, how are you feeling? And friend, where are we going in terms of this beautiful option that we have today?
Hey, it's me, your itchy, flaky, extra dry skin. New CeraVe Intensive Moisturizing Lotion with hydrourea and 3 essential ceramides helps restore my natural barrier and relieves my dryness for up to 72 hours. New CeraVe Intensive Moisturizing Lotion.
Well, wait up, Zanele. We're going to get into that in just a little bit because I want to keep you waiting just a little bit longer, Expresso fam. And besides layering on the cream and the lotion, we're also layering it on the body. Earlier, Graham asked you at home to help him choose between 2 effortless winter fits. Now, we had option 1, which was beige chinos styled with a button-up shirt, layered with a pullover and also a funnel neck coat. And then we had option 2, which was gray trousers styled with a knitted t-shirt layer with a heavy Harrington's jacket. Both absolutely fabulous ones. You can see Graham looked great in either one of those. But thank you for your votes and thank you for choosing the right decision because Graham looks absolutely amazing. There's only one way to find out. Bring in the model!
Pew, pew,
Pew, pew, pew.
It's when the imposter syndrome does kick in when you say bring in the model. And this happens even when we're modeling in the modeling thing. I love this. Thank you, guys. Absolutely nailed it. Can we see how the people were feeling about these outfits? Because
absolutely can.
I was agonizing. I would have loved either option 1 or option 2. I love the color blocking. I love the wintry kind of tones.
Right.
A bit more grown-up look. It kind of does make me feel like I've arrived.
I love it.
But let's see how the people felt about option 1 or option 2. Because
How did we get to this decision? Well, dark-skinned Hun said, I will definitely choose option 1. Well done. And I love that beige chino styled with a button-up shirt, layered with the pullover and funnel neck coat. It will look so great on Graham. Enjoy your day on behalf of you. Love you, Expresso fam. Love you, dark-skinned Hun. Thank you for getting in touch
man, she
with
took
that
the
one.
effort to put in some proper insights there. I love that.
Beautiful.
Natasha saying, good morning, my beautiful Expresso family. Graham actually looks good in both. Thank you so much for saying that. But if one should choose, I'd say option 1, have yourselves a super duper, fantabulous, blessed Thursday.
Oh, thank you, Natasha. To you too. Esme says, good morning. I choose option 1 for the G-Man today. Smart, casual.
I love it.
Great
Listen,
combo.
it's a beautiful quality shirt as well. And the second you put it on, you feel like a boss. But I love it. And I can, of course, lay it down as my day progresses, as the sun comes out, as I need to step into the meeting, whatever I'm doing. I like it. Dress it up, dress it down. It's a win. Layer up this winter, for
I
sure.
love that. That jacket is everything to me. The funnel neck coat, definitely a new phrase that I learned today. And we do want you to lay it up with the structured fleece options and definitely all the shirts, the statement coats, all from Woolworths. I mean, Graham looks as good and you can look just as good. Remember to shop at in-store, online and on the app. Graham, one more 12 for us, please.
Gotta
Absolutely.
give it some flair. I love it.
Yes.
That was for you, Hamish. Beautiful.
My name is Dineo Ranaka. I am founder of a events company and marketing agency. I don't like to think too much when I think about what I have to wear. Love being outside as well and just being one with, I guess, the world.
Carissa, I haven't had any fish for breakfast yet this morning. Can we indulge,
Criminal.
please?
Criminal. How dare you? Easter's around the corner, which means more fish recipes are coming your way. And how about some fish tacos?
Ooh, I like the sound of that.
Crispy fish tacos.
As they must be. It's all about the texture. I like that. Something light, something zingy. We've been on fire with the recipes this morning. And speaking of being on fire, Dineo Ranaka is always on fire. That's just how she rolls. She is such an incredible person. And of course, you get to connect with her on a massive platform right now. She returns to, can I call it her home, her happy place?
You could definitely
Metro
call it
FM.
both of those.
But I'm sure Zanele will be asking her those exact questions because we want to know how she's feeling. This is a big, big moment. We'll connect with her after this.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, Feel Good Breakfast Show family. You're in the right place to get your morning started off on a perfect note. And oh, what better way than to sit down with a true powerhouse, a woman who has a familiar voice on the airwaves, but still every day it'll blow you away. But then she also has a commanding presence on the screens. And my friend, it is somebody who has absolutely made the South African entertainment industry a big part of what it is because of her energy, because of just the consummate professional that she is, and so much more. And today we get to celebrate her in the best way possible. Why? She has returned to the mighty Metro FM on the top 30 every single Saturday, 9 to 12 p.m. And then, my friend, she has also taken on the reins as the green room host of the 2025 Metro FM Music Awards. Everyone, let's give her a feel-good welcome, please. It's the Queen, Dineo Ranaka. My Dineo, how are you?
I'm well, thank you. Jeez, wow, I'm blushing.
It's true,
that
though.
intro.
It's all true. That's the thing. My
Thank
Dineo,
you.
I'm so glad that we get to sit down with you because such amazing things happening for you right now.
Yes, indeed.
But it's always been happening because of the incredible person that you are. But I want to go to when you started, right?
Yeah.
I feel like when you go into something like the entertainment industry, there's a reason. How has your why changed over the last 20 years? Because obviously there was a reason back then compared to what your reason is now that you still continue.
Love that, actually. My first reason was everyone was saying, your voice, we have to hear it on radio. Lovely, lovely, lovely. And then I pursued it. And now my why is when you realize that you have touched people's lives, when people come to you and in tears and they meet you in public spaces saying, my gosh, you have no idea what you've done for us. You have no idea how the things that you say on air have changed my perspectives, my perceptions, have changed my heart, ABCD and E. Then you realize that it's not about you. It's not about you. It's truly about what God is trying to do in many people's lives, and you are an instrument and a vessel for that. So, yeah, an agent of change for God's great works.
Oh,
That's
come
why
on.
I stay doing it. Yeah.
Hallelujah, girl. I love that answer. And I love the fact that it's, evolution so much, evolved so much, forgive me. And I really feel like right now, you're still just stepping into your purpose more and more.
True.
Yes.
Very true.
And especially with everything that's happening. But that's why I then want to ask you, because you're someone who's been in the game for 20 years, how do you remain so relevant? And more than anything else, just keep getting into all of these big achievements.
This is crazy because every time I get asked that question, I think deeply. What do? I do nothing. I disappear. I don't attend every opening of an envelope.
Yes.
I think my isolation is my currency. I disappear every now and again. You won't find me everywhere. I spend a lot of time with God.
Amen.
I really, really do. And in my isolation, I'm also always arguing with God, asking God questions about me.
Yeah.
What can I do to be better? What can I do to empower another person, A, B, C, D, and E? And then when I come out of isolation, I realize that I've been gone for such a long time, buried in my own world with God. He does all the work. I don't lift a finger.
Amen.
I do not lift a finger. Usually when I'm the one lifting a finger, knocking on a door, the door does not open. But when I sit back, and I just say, okay, I think we're ready now, Lord. After these conversations, let's do our thing. He does all the work.
Amen.
Yeah.
I mean, look at all the work right now. Top 30 on Metro FM, Metro FM Music Awards. And let's start with the top 30. Talk to us about that show. With you coming back, how are you feeling and what are you hoping to achieve with it? Especially with what you just shared, where you're like, that for you, you're just a vessel and you're there to just do the work. What are you excited for?
I'm excited to deliver on pure music entertainment. I'm excited to enjoy radio without having to do the heavy work of, the heavy content and this, that, and the other. I feel like I'm on radio holiday right now.
Oh, wow.
Where God has said, you've done the heavy work. Let me just give you a playground to just entertain. And that's what I really, really love because it's all about the music. It's all about pop culture, music entertainment. And I am so energetic for it right now. And I think the one thing that I'm most excited about is to really do revenue radio. I love doing advertiser stuff. I love serving clients. I love making sure that we execute on those campaigns. I love doing all of that stuff. So I'm excited about it, I really am. Super energy, super music, super entertainment.
Yes! And I love the fact that you're someone who said, I'm coming back because I feel like your voice is such an authority that deserves to always be on the airwaves. babes. And it was son.
Oh,
I said it. I know. It's true. But that's
Thank
why I
you.
need to ask you, why did you return to Metro FM? What's the reason that you said it's time to go back now?
Sure. Firstly, my departure from Metro, when I first left, we never burnt a bridge. There was a beautiful conversation between management and myself, and they let me go with their blessing, and I left with my own blessing too.
Yeah.
And my return, I love that platform. I love that family. I love being a part of a radio station that understands me as a black person, that understands me as a female broadcaster, that respects me as such.
Yeah.
And also I love the listeners at Metro FM. And apart from that, I think I needed to heal from many traumas that I had experienced in radio.
Okay.
I needed to heal from many people that had been, you know, difficult in my path.
Yes.
And I needed to forgive myself and forgive them, and I needed that break. And now that I come with a whole lot of forgiveness in my heart for the industry itself, I think I'd be a better broadcaster for it, because unforgiveness creates really hardened hearts.
That's true.
And I was hardened. And now that I'm not hardened anymore, I'm like, yeah, let's do this
You're like, let's live the soft life of the mighty Metro FM.
100%.
And it doesn't stop on a Saturday, honey, because you're also going to be gracing our screens at the Metro FM
Indeed.
Music Awards on the 3rd of May.
Indeed.
Talk to us about that Bombela Stadium Green Room host. Yes, of course, I know you're excited, but what exactly can we look forward to?
Sure, I'm going to be doing the Green Room with El Tito.
Yes.
He is a gem of a human being.
Facts.
He's absolutely delicious. He's divine. And I am looking forward to putting the spotlight on musicians that really deserve it, on artists that have spent the time in the studio, that have put their hearts on their sleeves. Because, I mean, I think they're very vulnerable and fragile in the studio. You know, their artistry makes them vulnerable. So celebrating them for also being our little healers. Because they're angels. Through the music, they heal us, you know. Some music is very deep and it has a place in that depth. Some music is very light and it becomes our escapism when we're out and about grooving and enjoying ourselves and so forth. Birimaru.
Exactly.
So I think I'm looking forward to celebrating those that are brave enough to go into studio, pour their hearts on their sleeves and wear their hearts on their sleeves, be vulnerable through the processes, and now finally reap the rewards.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Dineo, we appreciate you.
Thank you.
Welcome back.
Thank
we
you.
are so glad to have you with us.
Glad
and we
to be
cannot
back.
wait for everything else that's to come, because it's only the beginning.
It's
Thank
your beginning
you.
too, by the way. Don't forget.
You.
I love you.
And I hope you know that you're a legend.
Oh,
a
thank
literal
you.
living legend. Oh, listen, Mzansi, it is always so beautiful when we are able to celebrate icons such as Dineo Ranaka. And of course, you can catch her every single Saturday on the mighty Metro FM, 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. doing the things with the top 30. And then, my friend, that's not all. Come the 3rd of May, 8 p.m. on SABC 1 Mzansi for sure. That is where you're going to catch the Metro FM Music Awards. And it is all going to be happening at Bombela Stadium. Get your ticket if you haven't as yet, so you can go and be there, the Green Room hosting with Dineo Ranaka. But then, if not, no matter where you are, Mzansi, SABC 1 has got you. You're right here on S3, and there's still so much goodness still to come. Do not go anywhere, my friend, because we are going to be having a whole lot of fun. But for now, let's get into the formalities of what exactly is happening all around the world.
Wow, thank you, Zanele, for that conversation. It was absolutely amazing. Let's get into your 7 o'clock national news. Now, we start out here where the National Institute for Communicable Diseases has confirmed that South Africa's flu season began unusually early in late March, the earliest onset since 2010. Now, the Institute is encouraging people, especially those with chronic illnesses, HIV, pregnant women, and the elderly, to get vaccinated. Vaccines are widely available at clinics, pharmacies, and general practitioners. And the Institute says those with underlying health issues are most vulnerable to serious complications. It's a timely warning as colder weather sets in and flu-related hospital admissions begin rising across the country earlier than expected. Looking at other national news, American missionary Josh Sullivan has been rescued unharmed after being kidnapped during a church service in Gqeberha last week. Now, Hawks-led law enforcement traced him to a house in KwaMaxaki where a shootout with suspects ensued. 3 armed men were fatally wounded after they opened fire. Sullivan was found in the vehicle used by the suspects. The armed gang had stormed the church in Motherwell, robbing attendees and demanding a ransom. Sullivan's family, who moved to South Africa in 2018, were unharmed during the ordeal. Police are continuing their investigation. Let's take a look further afield at your international newsmaking headlines, where Israel has halted all humanitarian aid to Gaza, intensifying the crisis in the war. Ravaged territory where hostilities resumed last month after temporary truce. With over 1,600 Gazans killed since March and more than 51,000 since the war began in October 2023, international agencies have called the area, quote, mass grave. Defense Minister Israel Katz confirmed no aid would be allowed while Israeli troops continued operations, while Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has repeatedly cited military pressure as the only way to secure the release of the remaining 58 hostages held in Gaza. Meanwhile, in a rare use of a U.S. law allowing prosecution for torture committed abroad, a former Gambian soldier, Michael Sang Correa, has been convicted for crimes linked to the fear, quote, junglers. Correa, who moved to the U.S. in 2016, was found guilty of conspiracy and direct involvement in torture against political opponents. Now, his trial took place in Denver, where he lived as a day laborer. This is the first conviction of a non-U.S. citizen under the 1994 law, which aims to hold perpetrators accountable even beyond their home jurisdictions. For your 7 o'clock news, we close off with this story. From humble beginnings in Limpopo's classrooms to becoming the new executive director of the South African Mathematics Foundation, Professor Sayatuti Mashokuwa's story is one of dedication, one of brilliance, and of course, one of so much heart. A former teacher turned academic powerhouse, his mission now is to transform maths education across South Africa. With a PhD in mathematics and a passion for helping underserved learners, he's rolling out fresh support for Olympiad participants, boosting teacher training and championing inclusive training. Backed by over a decade on the foundation's board, Mashokuwa aims to spark a national love for maths, proving that with the right guidance, every learner can truly shine. We love it, and we hope that that inspires more people to do the exact same. So we leave your 7 o'clock news. Let's get into some sporting headlines. Here's G-Man with the latest.
The twists in the tale. The UEFA Champions League has served it up. Arsenal have knocked out defending champions Real Madrid with a 2-1 win in Spain last night, sealing a dominant 5-1 aggregate triumph. We knew that first leg would matter. So Bukayo Saka, he opened the scoring after missing an early penalty. Then Vinicius Jr. levelled matters before Gabriel Martinelli struck late to cap the victory, sending the Gunners into their first Champions League semi-final since 2009. And of course, they'll face PSG in hunt of their first UEFA trophy. Meanwhile, Inter Milan's 2-2 draw with Bayern Munich secured their semi-final showdown with Barcelona. Some champagne football on the way. Now, speaking of which, I'm going to say it again, a happy birthday to the craziest Geordie I know, Steve, all the way in Newcastle. He must be celebrating. Newcastle stormed into third place in the Premier League with a commanding 5-0 win over Crystal Palace. Goals from Jacob Murphy, Harvey Barnes, Fabian Schär, and star of the season, Alexander Isak, and then even a Guehi own goal, powering the Magpies to their 6th straight win, and that's despite Eddie Howe's absence at the moment. So the victory now strengthening their Champions League push ahead of a crucial trip to the high-flying Aston Villa. That's going to be one for the ages. Now we turn to cricket, and the IPL has shone again. Mitchell Stark's brilliance in both regular play and then a nervy super over powered the Delhi Capitals to a dramatic win over the Rajasthan Royals after a 188-run tie. So Delhi restricted the Royals to 11 for 2 in their super over, and then Tristan Stubbs sealed the victory with a 6 off Mohit Sharma, clinching a pulsating finish at the Arun Jaitley Stadium. Love the fact that the South Africans have played such a massive role this season. Now we turn to tennis, and of course we are breathing a little bit in between the big Grand Slams, but not so much the stars of the show. World number 2 Iga Swiatek breezed past qualifier Jana Fett 6-2, 6-2 to reach the Stuttgart last 8, marking a very strong comeback after her Miami Open exit. And chasing a third straight Stuttgart title, the Pole is eyeing her first trophy of 2025. Then rising star Mira Andreeva, she's also progressed, while our world number 1 at the moment, Aryna Sabalenka, she awaits her quarter-final debut. So we'll watch that space, as I always say, but that's where we leave our sport for now. Let's catch up on the roads.
Let's take a look at what's happening with your traffic this morning as we guide you through the roads. In Free State, Villiers, there's been an accident, unfortunately, along the N3 southbound. An overturned truck is causing a lane obstruction, resulting in heavy delays along this route. So please make sure that you do plan your route accordingly, rather, and that you drive safe. We don't want any more accidents this morning, so please, Mzansi, arrive alive. We'll be keeping you up to date with anything else that does come through, but for now, let's get into your weather. Right now, we of course need to jump on into a little bit of what is coming through from our weather service. So the Department of Water and Sanitation is preparing to release water from the Pongola Port Dam in Jozini, northern KZN, after it reached 98% capacity following weeks of heavy rainfall. The dam has been fed by continuous inflows from the upper Pongola River catchment, and the department warns that these may remain unpredictable. The release will raise water levels in the Pongola River, potentially impacting low-lying areas, bridges and farmlands. Downstream, communities are urged to stay alert for localized flooding. And meanwhile, we of course have extremely high fire danger that is forecast for parts of the Northern and Western Cape today. We'll tell you anything else that does come through, but right now, one of my favorite parts of the show, I always tell you, my friend, it is the sunrise view. And this morning, it is Sayahan who is coming through and making the pots to happen. This is such a stunning view of course, Centurion, where it's going to be 23 degrees Celsius. Thank you so much, Sayahan. I absolutely love this. For me, it's the clouds. The clouds are literally just doing absolutely everything, just reflecting the sun and allowing us to have a little bit of an orange view this morning. And thank you to you. Right now, Mzansi, that is your example of what you need to send us through. Your sunrise view, just take a snap and then over on 063 036 9649. That is where you can send it on WhatsApp and we get to show the rest of the country. Right now, though, let's get you into those temperatures.
All right, so now that we've got our journey into work sorted, we've got our day weather-wise sorted, let's see if we can handle the bank account and make every day payday when you play Daily Lotto. Why? Because there is an estimated 550,000 Rand sitting in that jackpot today, this Thursday. So what are you waiting for? You can go and get your tickets. You can do it in-store, as we say, with a smile on your face. You can go nationallottery.co.za. You can use their mobile app. You can use your own cell phone banking setup or your app, or you can just dial *120 *7529 hash for USSD. And we always keep those details up on the Expresso social media pages. So you've got no excuses. Go and check them out. Panda, Pusha, Play, Daily Lotto for an estimated 550,000 Rand jackpot today. You could win big. In fact, if you wanted to, then you could order fish for breakfast every day, please, Carissa.
Absolutely. You could have all the fish in every single form, every single moment of every single day. In fact, today I'm going to give you an idea for when you do exactly that. And it's all about the fish tacos, baby. Crispy fish tacos at that as well. We can't wait to serve up breakfast in just a little bit. Not only that, we're going to delve into some financial literacy, but in the most fun way, because ABSA, as you know, at the forefront of teaching us exactly how to use our money, has come back with a show called I Grew It with ABSA. And we can't wait to get into those details straight after this. Anele's got you covered there. We've got you covered in the kitchen, and all you have to do is stay right here. We'll see you now.
It's my feel-good breakfast show. It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Oh, yes, honey, we're feeling good indeed, especially because we're with you, Mzansi. There's still so much to come right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, but this is the thing, ne? We always love to get into beautiful conversations, especially with our faves at ABSA, because they are shifting gears and allowing homegrown stories to, in fact, be celebrated the best way. And one of my favorite stories, what is it? Always about the entrepreneur, my friend. The guys who go out there, they fill a need in their communities, and more than anything else, they show just how it's possible to become a boss and allow beautiful things to happen, not just for you, but for your community. So what is ABSA doing? Well, they have the I Grew It show. And of course, today we get to unpack it with a beautiful lady, Knysna Keys, who is, of course, the head of corporate citizenship at ABSA and the exciting host of the I Grew It show. I'm talking about Sipho Alfie Mkwanazi. Now, before we chat to them, let's have a little bit of a sneak peek of what exactly you can expect when you go and enthrall yourself in the I Grew It show. Check this out.
Welcome to the I Grew It show with ABSA.
Tell me about where everything started. I'm going to start with you.
I knew I wanted to be a chef. This is the thing I want to do.
In his first year, I made no money at all. I think we made 200 Rand in the first year.
We started with 0 vehicles.
But I'm not it.
Yeah.
So I went and I stood outside in the rain.
We had 17 Rand.
Do not be afraid to start small.
I grew it instead of blowing it.
Oh, everyone, let's give them a feel good welcome. Oh, man. Guys, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having us.
Of course. Oh, already that tastes delicious, okay? But that was just a sneak peek. I want to come to you, Knysna, because it really is, for me, something that I really respect, which is entrepreneurs stepping out and saying, I'm going to put myself out there. I'm going to start a business. But why is it that ABSA decided that you wanted to shine a spotlight on them?
Yeah, so the I Grew It show is really about us spotlighting entrepreneurs. It's in line with our corporate citizenship strategy of financial inclusion through entrepreneurship. It's really that strategy in action.
Love that.
Right? So financial inclusion through entrepreneurship talks about pathwaying young people to entrepreneurial action. It talks about how we assist young women who are running informal enterprises and get them to formalization.
Wow.
So this show really puts 2 entrepreneurs side by side. 6 episodes putting 2 entrepreneurs side by side, one in the early stages and one in a growth path, right? Because we're wanting to showcase what it looks like in the early days once we've pathwayed a young person into entrepreneurial action. And secondly, really what a growth path looks like, right?
Yes.
You start today with the one who's in the early stages so that you can say tomorrow, I grew it. It's about a spotlighting and a celebration of the stories of these young people, the stories of young people who have said, I want to start today so that tomorrow I can say, I grew it. So really for us, it was about saying the different types of businesses that exist. We wanted to showcase different types of businesses that exist. We wanted to showcase how ideas meet opportunity. Yeah. Right? Because in the journey of entrepreneurship, you then say, what are the support mechanisms that come in place? And that, for example, that's what we do with ABSA through our various interventions. Young people, women, they say, I've got ideas, I've got an innovation. And we're saying, okay, through our various programs, how do we enable you to do that? We capacitate you.
I love that.
We create opportunities for access to market. So that's really what the story is about in terms of the show.
I have ideas. I want to sell shoes.
Lovely.
I'm coming to ABSA. Okay, and exactly.
Come to ABSA.
I will be empowered because my story matters. And Sipho, Mr. Alfie, I'm so excited to see you doing this because I feel like you're just one of the most entertaining people in South Africa, but also one of the smartest because you yourself run your own business.
Of course.
With that beautiful voice of yours.
Okay.
Exactly. Why was it so important for you to say yes to this exciting venture with ABSA?
I have been so passionate about entrepreneurship because I think that in our day and in our world, if you do not find ways to reinvent and recreate yourself so that you figure out ways to create new incomes, you're not going to be able to survive, you know, in this current economy. But when I was approached by ABSA for this project, I thought to myself, this is actually what matters. And you know, it's with ABSA, your story matters. And it's like, these are the stories that matter because we want to see what the path looks like, not what the final stage looks like. So when they called onto me and they said, this is a project that you're going to be perfect, I said, yes, man. Yes,
I'm going to be
yes,
perfect
you know?
for it.
And it's content that I share constantly when I say to people, tell us about your business, market your business, talk about what you do so that we can connect with each other, but but we can also help each other move forward. So I grew it.
I love it, honey, and you did grew it because we've been seeing you do that for a long time where you told people, you were like, come and share in the comments and let's see how we can help each other out. So I think it's so beautifully aligned. And you, when you're a serial entrepreneur, you're going to be selling those jackets soon. I know you. I know you.
Actually am.
You see, I knew it. I knew it. But Nonhlanhla, let's talk a little bit about what exactly it is that ABSA is hoping the I Grew It show will do for society as a whole.
Yeah, so our purpose as ABSA is about empowering Africa's tomorrow together, one story at a time. So it's a story of empowerment. It's about the continent, and it's about individual stories.
Yes.
Right, so through this particular initiative, we are hoping that as the different young people who are aspiring entrepreneurs will then look at this content and say, where do I locate myself?
Yeah.
Right? Is this story saying to me, I can actually start and get involved? You know, in terms of how this fits in terms of our Force for Good efforts as well, just in 2024, we invested over 319 million because we were wanting to empower young people to go on a journey of economic activity.
Love that.
Right? I mean, if you look at the data, over 45.5% of young people are unemployed. And the question is, how does entrepreneurship spark a journey of economic activity? We believe that there's lots of ideas that are sitting in our communities. We believe that there's lots of innovation that's sitting in our communities. And the question is, how do we enable that? Right? So through the young people who will be profiled, particularly the early stage entrepreneurs, when they're sharing their highs and sharing their lows and sharing how they bounce back. You know, someone who's watching says, actually, I can do this thing.
Me too.
Actually, I need to stay the course. I need to stick the course, that no matter the challenges that I encounter, I'm able to bounce back. And those are really the stories that the people in the show are sharing, that the realities of entrepreneurship. But we also wanted to demystify, you know, some of what is known about entrepreneurship, that it's for
100%.
them and it's not for me.
I love that. And you know what I love about ABSA, Alfie, is that they put their money where their mouth is. They don't go, that's a nice story. They say, here, let's build your story,
let's do
which
it.
is so beautiful. And Alfie, I mean, you've been hearing about these stories in the show, and it'll just speak to what else we can expect.
My goodness, there's a lady who almost drove me to tears. I actually think I cried on set. She suffered a stroke. I can't remember her name. She suffered a stroke and she couldn't do anything for, I think, a good 7 to 9 months.
Sure.
And when she started her healing process, she used to walk from her house to the shop just to go buy bread. From her house to the shop. And every time she'd walk to the shop, she'd bump into like a tire or, you know, these rubber cylinders and all of that sort of stuff. She took those and she started creating bags with them and earrings.
Wow.
She then created a whole project of these bags and accessories, and she even got an experience where she went outside of the country to go profile them with other young South Africans. And that, to me, I mean, once you've suffered a stroke, Zanele, you honestly think, nah, I'm done, you know, honestly. But she took those lemons and said, lemonade.
Sana, and the lemonade was made.
And she's now lemonading in the world.
I love
Very
it.
good.
I love that. Guys, thank you so much for coming through. And very quickly, one sentence each, just advice to any aspiring entrepreneurs out there. What would you say? Let's start with you, Nonhlanhla.
What is in your hand? What can you do with it? Start, just start. Your idea, your innovation will meet opportunity along the way.
Love it.
So,
Alfie?
if you do not capitalize on everything that you can have to offer, you won't grow anything. Each and every one of those are assets that you can use to monetize and to create your story so that one day you can say, I grew it with ABSA.
Come on, darling. Thank you so much, my ABSA family. We appreciate you guys and congratulations on the I Grew It show yet again. And Mzansi, this is your cheat code to life, I feel, particularly when it comes to entrepreneurship. You're literally going to have a first-hand view of what it looks like to go through the motions of being an entrepreneur. And it is literally at your fingertips. What do? You go and type there on your phone, on your laptop, on YouTube, the I Grew It show on the ABSA South Africa YouTube page. And just like that, my friend, you are taken to a whole world of getting to an understanding of what exactly it means to truly be an entrepreneur. And I'm so excited for you. Why? You're about to gain a wealth of knowledge. And more than anything else, you know that with ABSA, it's always about how your story matters. We got a little bit of a recipe coming up on the other side of this.
seriously, it's a Taco Thursday. Okay, I know it's normally meant to be a Taco Tuesday, but it's a Thursday and we're going to make tacos. With Easter coming up, it's the perfect time for something light, something fresh and full of flavor. These crispy fish tacos are a great addition to your Easter menu this year. A little bit lighter than a lot of the Easter menus, okay?
It's true. I was more thinking this is breakfast and then the rest comes
Oh, but that's your vibe. I know. We did open
on.
our account with pickled fish yesterday, freshly pickled fish, which I now understand is quite
Pungent.
intense. Yeah, but it was absolutely delicious. But now we're going to try our hand at creating these beautiful, fresh, zingy fish tacos. So now we've said crispy, so we need to provide the crisp. So I'm going to start working on the batter here.
Tell me more.
Okay, so we've got our dipping flour over there, not to be confused with the flour that is going to be mixed together to create our batter. So we've got our flour. We've got our baking soda, smoked paprika.
Of course.
Because we're grown up, okay.
You got to add flavor to the dredge as well.
Yeah, man. Oh, no, I haven't.
That's enough. I think that's almost
just,
too much.
Just slow down, okay? Moderation in this kitchen. Then I go off about, I don't know why I use such an English accent there, but garlic powder. It's like the ultimate kitchen hack. Absolutely beautiful. It goes in, a pinch of salt and pepper.
Lovely. I'm going to put some in here too.
Do it, man, do it. I can see you just want to dress that up. And then just a drop, a teaspoon of lemon, and we are winning at life. And then the key ingredient. And this do in stages, okay? We're using our sparkling water. And we don't want to get too runny because this is obviously going to need to cling. It will be aided by the fact that we put... Can you add a little bit more? Thank you. Check it out, eh?
Teamwork.
Just the chemistry in this kitchen.
Too much.
We were joking that we feel like high school students today. A little bit more. I just want to get this out of our whisk and then I'll shift to the spoon. Let it go.
We might blow up the kitchen.
I know. We were joking. We feel like kind of high school students today playing around in our science lab.
It does feel like that.
It has been a lot of fun. Okay, I'm going to just mix you in a second.
I never did science.
Okay, put a little bit more. Okay, there we go.
And the consistency is kind of thickish.
Yeah, because, I mean, you ultimately don't want it to be kind of running around in the hot oil, having too many tendrils kind of going on there. There we go, and that's now looking like it's at whiskable kind of consistency.
Right.
There we go.
Oh, great work.
Yum.
I like that.
A few little lumps I actually don't mind because that's going to give you extra crispiness in your pockets. Then what we have done is towel down our fish. We're using hake. Perfect for fish and chips, fried fish for me. It's not overly fishy. You know, it's not too pungent or hectic. It's lovely, and it's a great sounding board for other flavors. Okay, so I think that batter is great for now.
So we take the fish.
So you are the dipperer.
And it's been patted down so that there's no water.
Okay.
We'll throw it in there.
The flour first. It's okay. It's okay.
Okay, that's my one.
It's all right. It's all right.
I'll take responsibility.
Okay, I'm gonna drift it across, and then. I'm going to take responsibility. I like that. I like that
I'm a real adult.
That accountability.
Nice.
And then, yeah, you don't want to oversplash. Okay, there we go. You just
I'll use my hands now.
You've got your natural, built-in little tweezers there. I love it. And I think this will just help. I mean, that looks great. So I don't think you've done any great disaster
Why
here.
are you putting the flour first?
Because it helps this stick to that.
Oh, I see.
Because there is a little bit of moisture left on the fish, and that's obviously going to create steam in between. Wow.
Okay, I see it now. I see it now.
It looks absolutely amazing. Now, of course, we're using rather small little bits of fish, which is ideal for our taco.
Look how tiny these are.
So they're going to cook very quickly. So I would say, literally just once it's browned, you are winning at life. Oh, well done. These look great, man.
Wash my hands because I'm going
Okay,
to
good girl.
actually.
Yes, because we are pedantic about such things.
I'm going to start basting it for
I'm
you.
going to nick that and flip this guy, but that already looks
Look at that.
amazing. Look at that. Oh, wow.
That was quick,
beautiful.
actually.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, we'll let you cook for just a little bit longer.
All right, I'm going to try to brine these a little bit.
Okay.
Toast them, sorry, rather.
Just watch your fingers.
I've never done this before.
Okay, that looks great.
How long do you... Oh, just a little bit brown. Yeah, you've got the fingers you can try to do
the
that great.
asbestos, it's the brine thing, but I think all you really want to do is activate the glutens. That's the most important part. Wow, look at that. So just safe distance away. That looks amazing.
All right, I'm going to dress
Paper towel
this.
is your friend.
You can really put anything at the bottom, but we've got some slaw going because there's something about deep fried goodness and then also a nice slaw to go with it.
Completely. Just take the edge off, yeah?
Yeah. And then let me also just mix up our sauce because we've got some hot sauce mixed in with some yogurt.
Do you know, I think this is the first time I've ever, from start to finish, fried fish.
Really?
Like this. I'm going to make fish and chips for my family for Easter, y'all.
Please do,
That's what we are
great.
doing. Absolutely
the influence
beautiful.
is
Let's
so
put you,
good here.
Safe distance away, turn off all open flame. Wow, I feel like we got through something quite hectic and dangerous. No, that was
Well done.
so simple and easy to do. Maybe you want to cut it in half, maybe you want to have the whole thing.
Maybe
It's up to you. Okay, sometimes your plate must overfloweth so you can feel it. You can find this recipe at expressoshow.com. You finished that glorious celebration of life and food and fish.
And then you just need some lime at the top of it, and that's
Maybe
it.
a bit more than we anticipated, but it's absolutely beautiful. Expressoshow.com is where you can start frying your own fish and create your crispy tacos.
Delicious.
Absolutely amazing.
I think this is enough for both of us.
Cheers. Yeah, we are sorted for the day. We'll see you now.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh yes, it's the only place to have a delicious breakfast, my friend, that is going to make you smile, the smile that you come away from Expresso with as you go into your day. And we thank you so much for coming and being with us. Why? Because we get to celebrate together. We're going into the Holy Weekend, that is Easter weekend. And my friend, it's all about family gatherings. It's all about delicious food, but it's also all about just, really feeding the soul. And we got people this morning who, in fact, are feeding the soul through music. I am talking about superstars that have done absolutely incredible things in the gospel industry. And today we get to celebrate not only the brand new EP from Undete, my friend, who is doing the absolute most, but then we also get to celebrate Judah ZA, that is jumping into the spotlight and absolutely allowing everyone to know exactly what it is they're about. So everyone, let's give them a feel-good welcome. Felice! Guys, how are you?
Well, thank you. Good morning.
That's good. Are you feeling holy? Are you feeling... Yeah. Okay, I know I am. I'm ready for Easter weekend, and I get ready for it with your beautiful music. But Judah, I want to start with you.
Sure.
Because, I mean, you're somebody who's been a little bit in the background, been producing, been doing so many different things, even arranging here and there.
Yes.
Why is this the right time for you to step out and say, hey, this is all of me with your song, All of Me?
I have no idea.
Okay, I'll take it.
But I'm like a church kid, right? And we do stuff based on instruction a lot.
Yes.
So I'm just following instructions.
I love the amen.
You know, I think it's been a long time coming. But like you're saying, we're used to being in the background, waiting for somebody else to want to do something, and then supporting that. So having gotten the direct instruction this time around, obviously, it has brought me to the front a little more than I'm used to. So it's a lot of changes in everything that has to do with me at this point. But I'm excited. What a time. What a time.
Beautiful. I love that. I mean, that's so exciting for you, and I'm very, very happy for you because change always comes with so many great things, right?
Yes.
But as somebody who is used to the spotlight and giving us another EP, back to the altar, and Tete, congratulations on it.
Thanks as well.
Of course, Buti. Tete Guti, about, you know, just exactly what this really means in terms of you and where your faith is right now. What are you offering with this EP, and what are you saying about where you are in your walk?
Okay, the EP is, like you're saying, it's back to the altar. So it's just to ubuyisela ibandla, back to the prayer, emthandazweni, as we are going to our Easters as well.
Apologies for that. We'll get back to that conversation in just a little bit. But let's for a moment just pivot our way into this direction, where the Klein Karoo National Arts Festival 2025 out in Oudtshoorn was nothing short of absolutely iconic. More than a festival, it was a living, breathing celebration of South African culture, also South African creativity, and most importantly, community. And right at the center of it all, well, ABSA, of course, proudly championing the arts and investing in the heartbeat of our nation. From elevating local talent to empowering communities, they showed us what it truly means to support culture with purpose. Now, our girl Ayanda took us behind the scenes for an exclusive look at the magic, the moments, and of course, the movement. So let's have a look.
Hello Feel Good family and welcome to the Klein Karoo Nasionale Kunstefees 2025, proudly sponsored by ABSA. In this space we celebrate South African culture as well as creativity, and together they truly bring local communities together as well as uplift our homegrown talents through arts, theatre and music. And such a beautiful spirit. I really want to touch base on how important festivals are like this for actors that are coming up into the space, specifically in the South African landscape.
It is a place for you to stretch your talent. It's a place for you to say what you want to say. It's a place for you to really try and discover what your voice is within the landscape of arts and culture within South Africa.
Today the space is painted red. You've got red on your lips, beautiful, obviously sponsored by ABSA. How important is it for big brands like ABSA to back these kinds of spaces?
It's a collaboration, and I wish that more big businesses, I wish that corporate would see it more as a collaboration, that it's not just something that you throw money into and forget, but it is an ongoing collaboration because stories are ongoing. And if you really want to affect change within South Africa, the only way to do that is via story. You can tell me what to do, you can give me rules and regulations. I may remember them, I may not remember them, but if you spin it with a story, I will remember it forever, and it will be something that I will repeat to my children, my grandparents, to anybody who is going to remember the story.
ABSA backing events like this is so important because they really drive that message that the arts should be something that is focused on. Whenever they are backing a product, we have a bunch of people in the country looking at them, so immediately we are drawn to what they are doing and we can understand better where the art world comes from. Annie, I've been seeing you having so much fun today. Is it your first time being at this?
This is actually not my first time. I've been coming here since I was probably 7 years old, and yeah, it's just amazing here.
Now, obviously, you keep coming back. What is drawing you back here?
We also come from a very small town, and I love how big something can be in such a small town and bring everyone together.
So now for somebody sitting at home who is seeing this but doesn't know what it feels like, can you describe the vibe and the energy of the festival?
The vibes are amazing. Everyone's so friendly. You have to be there. You just have to be here.
My favorite part about today's festival has to be the fact that I was immediately taken aback as soon as I walked in. I expected to just see music, which would have been fantastic, but there's so many food stalls, it smells incredible, and there's so many stalls on display as well. Feline, you look absolutely beautiful in your red. Please, can you do a turn for us so we see this gorgeous dress that you have on? Now, today is all about having fun, and you've been here all week. Can you tell us what this festival has been like?
Oh my goodness, absolutely amazing. I feel so proud to be South African. I feel so proud to be an Afrikaans South African. I feel at home. The vibes are absolutely amazing. The talent, incredible. Absolutely love every single moment of it.
Majosi, why is it important for you especially to be a part of events like this that are backed by powerhouses like ABSA?
There's so many beautiful people here, and it's so cool that ABSA provides a space and for people to come through and enjoy themselves. We've got arts, we've got music, and it's just lovely to be a part of something that people from all over the country come to.
I mean, ABSA's tagline at the moment is "Your story matters."
Yeah.
What is it about your story that inspires you to carry on doing this every day?
For me, man, I'm just the everyday man getting to experience his dream out in the real world and connect with wonderful people all over. And that's my story, man. I'm just like you. I'm just like you at home. I'm just like everybody else, just living my dream. And because of the generosity of so many people around me, and I'm so grateful I get to be here.
And I'm so glad that you touched on the viewers at home. Now, you know that there's definitely somebody sitting at home saying that they want to be like Majosi. What words of inspiration do you have for them to follow in your footsteps?
Be yourself, because you are unique and there's no one else like you. And when you put yourself out into the world, that is unique and beautiful, and people respond to that and they love seeing that. And also, never be a better musician than you are a person, meaning never be a better musician, doctor, whatever it is. Just always be kind to people.
What an incredible time of showcasing South African culture and shining a spotlight on creativity. Thank you for joining me on a day full of showcasing local talent and everything that they have to offer.
Oh man, we trust ABSA with our financial literacy. Not only that, we trust them to definitely take care of the arts. Absolutely beautiful showcase there at the Car in Car. And well done to everybody involved. Majosi, we see you. I hope you're doing super well. For now, though, we want to head back to the City of Gold to Jozi to touch base with our artists of today to find out what more they have in store for us.
Thank you so much, Carissa. And of course, we're still sitting down with these absolute powerhouses. I'm talking about Judah ZA and Tete. And Tete, you were still telling us, my love, about your new EP.
Yeah.
Please finish off your incredible thought, because I was enthralled by what you were saying.
Okay, so the EP, I worked with the producer Siyabonga Hlekani, and sebenze naye kakhulu nama backing vocalist abo Thembi, nabo Muzibi.
Yeah.
Then I also work yabona nginxibe kahle. Yeah, I work with a lady from Pietermaritzburg as well.
Nice.
Theo's Couture Designs. So baninzi nje abantu esebenza nabo behind the scenes. It's not just us who are in front.
Yeah.
Lento siyenzayo. There are a lot of people about behind us. Yes.
I love that. And talking about coming to the front, Judah ZA, your debut single, All of Me.
Yes.
What did you want people to feel from this specific song?
All of me.
Oh, hectic.
I think we're living in very dangerous times, and a lot of young people like me don't have an open platform to rededicate their lives to Christ. This song is one of those things.
I love that. That's beautiful. And honestly, gents, I mean, your music allows people to feel like they can,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But also, let's talk about, Doesn't Tete, the way in which you're doing such an incredible thing, which is you working together with Universal Music as an artist, but also with your very own label as well. Talk to us about that relationship.
I've been an independent artist for 13 years, but now I've recently been signed by Universal Music. Kumsemnandi ukusebenza nabo,
Ewe.
It's not like those olden days where A&Rs, they impose or don't allow you to be free or even suggest who you're going to work with. They signed me as an artist also. They signed my label for to go and what you call licensing, to license Amanyama artists as well. Yeah.
That's amazing. Then Tete global effect. Going global,
Tete
honey.
global effect.
Love that.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations on that, because that's so big.
Thank you so much.
Something else that's also big, though, Judah ZA, is you getting into an album. I mean, you're at your debut single at the moment, but when that album comes, what can we expect, especially with you working on it right now?
Storytelling for the most part, honesty and transparency, but also like really high-end quality music.
Yeah.
And that's basically it. I'm talking in other parts of the music.
Okay.
I have high-end features. I don't sing much, so I have singers, seasoned singers, telling the story on my behalf, and it's quite a beautiful piece of art that I believe a lot of different people from a lot of different walks of life are going to be able to relate to.
I love that.
Yeah.
Well, gents, you guys are doing such amazing work. I mean, thank you for it.
Thank you.
You know, as somebody who's of the same faith, I think that you have honestly allowed so many people, like I said, to have that connection.
Yes.
You know, so congratulations on all the great work and happy Easter.
Same to
Happy
you.
Easter, sis.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
It is Judah ZA and Tete who are in the building to get us into the spirit for Easter. The lovely thing is that they're not going anywhere. They are going to be performing just for you, Expresso family. So do the right thing and stick around. Right about now, we are going to take a little bit of a short break, but you can still expect so much more. I mean, on the way, we go into a little bit of nice things and Knysna with Kyle. And then an Expresso family member walks away with delicious wheels. Yes, talking about a car, okay? Do not go anywhere. We'll be back after this.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, you beauties. Lest we forget, we have got something massive to give away today. Now, we know a fresh coat of paint can transform a space, but for one lucky viewer, it's about to transform their driveway, in fact, their entire drive. It is finally time to announce the winner of the Plascon Toyota Corolla Cross 1.8 XS hybrid competition. It is a beast, and someone is about to drive off in her. So over 1,000 South Africans entered by purchasing Plascon products worth 500 Rand or more. And today we are calling our winner live on air, and he has no idea. So his amazing fiancée Mignon is on the screen right now. Thank you so much for playing along with us. Thank you. She is going to hunt Matthew down. Dear, we love you for doing this. Thank you for being a part of our great big con. We are going to completely blow Matthew away, hopefully. So if you can go and find Matthew and hand him the phone, let's make his day, his year. And of course, you guys, a lot of you entered. So you can start tracking him down, Mignon, if you can find him. Hopefully she can find him this morning.
Okay, be aware, there's a baby crying. So I'm going to get Matthew the phone and I'm going to get the baby.
Okay, 100%. I like that. This is real life. This is the real world. I've got 2 young kids, so I know the baby crying. In fact, I kind of feel comfortable when I hear a baby crying. Good morning.
Hold it far enough for me. Hold it.
No.
Hold this. Oh.
You don't have a choice, Matthew. You don't have a choice. Matthew, can you hear me, sir?
Hello.
There we go. So, Matthew, excuse the very rude awakening. I know you are being a very dutiful dad there with a beautiful baby that's a little bit distressed. So my name is Graham Richards. I belong to a particular television show called Expresso. Now, I've got to ask you a really important question, and it might feel a bit out there, a bit left field, but do you remember spending 500 Rand or possibly more on Plascon products recently?
Yes, I do.
Yes, I do. Can you tell me what you bought in terms of your Plascon products?
Okay, so the Plascon product that I bought was the Plascon Wall and All, 20 litres.
Nice. A very valuable, worthy buy. Has it worked out well, whatever you needed to do with your Plascon?
Yes, it has. I'm busy painting one of my clients' houses. It's looking absolutely brilliant. And definitely, if I may say so, Plascon's the bee's knees. That's the one thing I do buy. I'm a mural artist, and it's probably the best product.
Oh, buddy, I love the fact that you are using it in your business. So there was just one other small detail that I needed to cover with you, Matthew. Matthew Loxton, you have just won yourself a Toyota Corolla Cross 1.8 XS HEV hybrid worth 500,000 Rand! In fact, it's worth over 500,000 Rand. How does that make you feel, my friend?
Elated, ecstatic, over the moon.
Oh, buddy, you ticked every box. Introduce us to your daughter or your son. We can see a little baby flashing past.
Okay, hold on. Yeah?
That
Okay,
is amazing.
This is my daughter, Sylvia.
Oh.
Okay, I don't know if you can catch that.
Hello, gorgeous. Her eyes are about as big as... the eyes are about as big as yours right now, and that is great. So here's the best part. Matthew only entered once. He bought Plascon Wall and All, 1,564 at Buco in Hermanus. He submitted his slip, and look at him now. Mignon, thank you so much for helping us pull the wool over Matthew's eyes this morning. I hope this didn't shock you too much. Congratulations. What does it mean? I mean, you've got a brand new, beautiful car. What does that mean for you and your world?
It means we just leveled up. Basically, I had to sell my Bucky recently. My previous one was stolen. I got a replacement Bucky and I had endless problems with it. I had to sell it. So it's a godsend. It's a blessing, completely. So, I mean, I'm busy shaking at the moment.
Oh, that is beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Oh, Buddy, thoroughly deserved. You've got the most beautiful family. Again, Mignon, thank you so much for helping us out. Cheers, Sylvia. Matthew, you're an absolute legend. Thank you so much for backing the brand. That's got your back. And enjoy driving. Please send us lots of videos, pictures of you and your brand new ride. But congratulations, my brother. There it is. Matthew Loxton. One last huge congrats to the man who's driving off in his brand new car from one can of paint, in fact, to the keys of a brand new hybrid. What an incredible journey. So keep coating, keep dreaming, and keep an eye on Plascon. You never know when your next DIY purchase could change your life. Well done, Matthew. Oh, absolutely brilliant.
Thank you so much.
Oh, shame, man. I hope he can take the next day off. But knowing those that work in his space, I'm sure you're probably going to go straight to work now. But we look forward to seeing you in your new ride, my brother. Congrats.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Oh, absolutely beautiful. Matthew, doing what he does every day, just buying his Plascon paint and showing up for work, has landed him a brand new car. I absolutely love it. Congratulations, Matthew. Let's get back into official proceedings.
Oh my goodness. Yes, the energy is so up in studio right now. And the best part is that I have the next destination for Matthew to go to. Listen up, Matthew and your family, as the season shift and autumn settles in. There's nothing quite like a peaceful escape to the coast. Nestled along the Knysna Lagoon, Protea Hotel by Marriott Knysna Keys blends comfort and style and those golden hour views that make this time of year feel extra special. And our own handsome Mr. Kyle Clark spent some time soaking up in the charm of this autumn getaway. Matthew and your fam, I hope that you were looking. Let's have a look.
If you are looking for the perfect mixture between adventure and relaxation, Knysna is the place to be. Settled along the most beautiful garden route, this place is known for laid-back vibes, unimaginable landscapes, and remarkable experiences. And hey, whether you're visiting in winter or summer, Knysna is known to give an experience for every season. And your feel-good family likes to soak it all in at the Protea Hotel by the Marriott at Knysna Keys. This place is known to leave you refreshed and inspired. From the color to the texture to the design, this room is 100% a fit for me. But what's even better is the view. Knysna has this way of making you feel like you're in a completely different world, almost like you're not in South Africa. And with this breathtaking landscape and incredible views, this is the perfect place to explore. And looking at the majestic waterfront, I'm hungry. Let's go find out what's for dinner. What makes Dry Dock so unique compared to all the other restaurants in Knysna?
Oh, we've got a very buzzing restaurant. We've got 2 floors downstairs on the terrace and up here. So we are well known for our seafood and exceptional service.
Wow.
So I think that's what makes us stand out from the rest of the competition.
Amazing. Seafood is the name of the game here at Dry Dock, right?
That's it. That's our speciality, actually, yes. Our signature seafood platter.
Yes.
If you are here, that's one of the things that has to be tried.
I mean, we started off with venison carpaccio, moved over to lionfish, ending off with a beautiful malva pudding. My feel-good family, I think it's time that you let me go to sleep because I don't think that you're ready for tomorrow. Waking up to this view makes it easy to start the day on the right note. And hey, look, a delicious breakfast sounds just about right to ease into another day of exploring this incredible destination.
Hi, Miranda. This is absolutely remarkable. I'm really enjoying my stay so far. Tell me a little bit about the packages that the Protea Hotel by the Marriott in Knysna Keys has to offer.
The packages that we offer would be romantic getaway, which is best for couples that are celebrating a special event in their lives. We have besties package, best for friends or besties, and we have family packages. These packages include a sunset cruise with a gourmet platter and a sparkling wine, enjoying a sunset on the lagoon. It also has a picnic whereby you can enjoy a picnic experience, a treatment massage at Spa La Chunko in Tizen Island. We also offer a dinner on our local restaurant, which is just walking distance here at the waterfront. And we also have a lovely swimming pool, heated swimming pool, and our rooms and other space at the hotel offers stunning views to the lagoon.
Amazing. Thank you so much for having us, Miranda, and thank you for introducing us to your magical world at Knysna Keys.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it. My impression thus far of the Protea Hotel by the Marriott is the friendliness of the staff. Everyone's really dedicated to making sure that you have a magical experience. The amenities that are stand out for me, obviously the heated pool. I mean, you know, whether you're visiting here on the winter season or the summer season, it kind of feels like you can always have that getaway or that relaxation vibe that you come here for. The energy around in this space has been really amazing.
And after a slow, peaceful morning, I think it's time to see what else Knysna has to offer. And a picnic by the beach and a well-deserved massage sounds perfect.
I got to dive into some of my favorite delicacies, from druvos to chocolate-covered strawberries. There was incredible chicken wraps, roasted macadamia nuts, and an opportunity to just spend some time on the beach. I've never seen anything like this, and I always said South Africa always has the best to offer. What I'm looking forward to the most today, I am a really busy guy. Monday to Friday, I am working 24/7. So to kick off my shoes and relax and to end it off with a massage sounds absolutely perfect. There's no better way to see Knysna than from the water. And of course, my feel-good family, you know me, I'm gonna give it to you at Golden Hour, a sunset cruise, just to end off the day at this magical destination. This is majestic and the views here are absolutely magical. The Water Club specifically does incredible cruises all year round. Tell me a little bit about the Water Club.
Absolutely. So the Water Club has been around for almost 15 years now and is really there to service the needs of the tourism industry here in Knysna, not just on Tizen Island, but here in Knysna as a whole. Apart from our cruises, we do sunset cruises where we offer champagne, we offer oysters, we offer wine and platters. Over and above the cruises, we have fishing trips. So we've got fishing trips here on the Knysna Lagoon. We also do deep sea fishing, which is pretty exciting.
Experiencing Knysna from the water has been incredible. I think I've seen different views that I've never ever seen before, and also learned a lot about the culture here on the waterfront. One thing I've noticed about Knysna is that you can visit on the off-season and the on-season, in the winter and the summer. What does the availability look like all year round?
365 days a year, we're open and we're ready to take you guys. So the cruises we can do any time of the year. The same goes for the kayaking. And the fishing is a little bit more seasonal. You're looking at your summer months. So it really isn't season-based. It is all year round that you guys can travel through to Knysna.
From breathtaking lagoon views to world-class cuisine and dry dock restaurant, Knysna truly has a way of capturing your heart. And hey, whether that's you sunsetting on the cruise, savoring incredible flavors, or just soaking up its natural beauty, this place is truly special. So why not stay, shop, or indulge? Because look, if Knysna's not in your travel list, it definitely should be.
Now, first of all, Carl, why are you going to be running around with no clothes on and swimming in the pool and actually having a holiday? It's supposed to be work, dude. It looks beautiful. Thank you for putting yourself through that on our behalf. It looks really, really cool, man.
Absolutely love that. And for you, explore a new destination with a staycation that ticks all the boxes. Sign up as a Marriott Bonvoy member today at Marriott.com and experience this gem for yourself.
And there are so many added bonuses in there for the Marriott Bonvoy members. But now, of course, it's competition time, and one lucky winner will win a 2-night stay for two at Protea Hotel by Marriott Knysna Keys. It's one of their best, I'm going to say it. I love you all, but it is massive there. It is so cool. To enter, join Marriott Bonvoy at joinmarriottbonvoy.com and share why you'd love to visit the garden route using that hashtag Marriott Bonvoy on Facebook, X, or Instagram.
And remember to send a screenshot of your membership. Please, we want receipts, the confirmation of that, on Facebook or X to complete your entry. I really want a holiday for you, and what a place to do it as well. Knysna is just so gorgeous.
It is. Well, do that again.
Mwah.
You can see we've been spending time in the kitchen today. We are really having a whole lot of fun. In fact, let's find out what's next on the menu.
Yes, please.
Ooh, the menu is still looking so delicious. And I can tell you this much, my Expresso family, you still got to stick around. Why? Because there's winning all around. So yes, you can win with Marriott, but then you can also win right here on Expresso with Game. A 10,000 Rand vouchers up for grabs, and we're going to be seeing how this goes. And then also, amakwenya. Do you know the beauty that is one of our national dishes? I call it a national dish, okay? But this time around, I've never heard of stuffed amakwenya. So I cannot wait for us to jump into this. It's all going to be happening right here on your Feel Good Breakfast show. We're going to take a short break and we'll see you after this.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Are we eating again? Yes. I honestly feel like this is our second home at the moment. And we've moved from fish tacos all the way into something super special. And really, there is something special about dishes that just feel like home. And today's recipe certainly brings the flavor to the table. Now, this one is inspired by hearty township street food. And Tsakani Ndlovu's stuffed amagwinyas are golden. They are crispy pillows loaded with a rich mince and bean filling that packs both comfort and, of course, just a little bit of heat. And what's the secret ingredient bringing it all together? You already knew. A generous spoonful or 5 of Mrs. Ball's jalapeno chutney. Bold, tangy, and unapologetically local. And that's why this recipe winning 4,000 Rand this week in the Mrs. Ball's Bring Your Flavor to the Table competition. Congratulations, Sakane. And we're definitely going to bring them on in just a little bit to talk about this iconic dish. But let's make it first.
I'm very excited for this because I have made mince before. I feel like everything we've been making this week I haven't, but we're going to jump right in, and we've got some beautiful onions, finely chopped, sauteing as we speak. I like that I'm using like my My age-old wooden spoon.
Yes,
I'm
you
supposed to use it for
must.
that. Okay, so we've got our beautiful mince there. Let's start flavoring the oil that is going to kind of cook that mince. And it's the same way as you approach a curry. Flavor the oil with your curry spices and things first, and that permeates everywhere.
And the spices have oils that will also be released once you add heat to them.
Exactly.
But listen, we have Tsakani on the line right now. So I've got to ask you, Tsakani, good morning. How are we feeling today?
Good morning. I'm so excited. Thank you. How are you?
I'm so good. Thank you for bringing us this recipe. You know, there is something about Magwinya that just tastes like home, feels like home. But you've got something special. You're adding beans and mince to it. So what inspired this recipe?
Oh my gosh, my mom is the inspiring behind this meal. She loved mixing the amagwinya and mince every time whenever winter approaches. So my mom is the reason behind this recipe.
Oh,
My
shout out
mama
to
gave me it. I love that.
So good. All right, Gray is now to kind of just also keep you updated, adding the garlic to the onions as it's cooking away. And then I think go in with your spices, Gray. We've got paprika, cumin, coriander, and turmeric.
I wanted to ask, kind of, maybe you can give us some advice here. What advice do you have for getting the perfect mince? What must I make sure I get done right here?
Oh my gosh, all I can say is that you should make meatballs your daily friend whenever you want to get those meals yummy. Simply because it always brings flavor to the table the best way I know how.
100%,
If you get
girl.
yourself meatballs, you will never go wrong.
Oh, I love you for saying that. Well, I was about to say we're not going to pay you, but actually you are being paid to say that because you're a winner today. And definitely a worthy, deserved winner.
Absolutely.
So
In
proud.
fact, Tsakani, how does it feel to be a winner? And how will this 4,000 Rand change your life?
I'm so overwhelmed. It really feels good to be a winner because I've never won anything. So I'm so excited. So as a self-taught cook or baker, it will really come handy into helping me buy ingredients for the new recipes that I want to learn in future.
Oh, please, can you come here into our studio and just be with us? You sound so lovely, and it sounds like you are like the viewer we envision in our minds when we do this job every day. I am so, so happy and proud of you that you are getting this prize. Well done, girl.
Oh, Tsakani, we're so happy, man. Oh, man. And I love the fact that you also love Mrs. Balls just as much as we do. So shout out to them for honoring your recipe and saying yes. I've got to ask you, though, Tsakani, before we let you go, what is your favorite recipe to make out of every recipe there is?
I love amagwinya and mince or chakalaka. Actually, you can serve the amagwinya with anything. So with meatballs, you can do anything that you want. I actually don't have a certain favorite, but meatballs goes with almost everything.
Oh, girl, you have nailed it. We love you. Thank you so much, and congratulations. Enjoy
you so
spending
much.
those winnings.
All right,
Thank
Tsakani,
you
have
so
a
much.
beautiful Thursday and Easter long weekend. We love you, okay?
Thank you. I love you too, guys.
Oh, bye-bye, hon. Oh, she's part of our family
so
now.
good,
She is part of
100%.
our family. Okay,
Locked
so
in.
some tomato paste has gone in. You can use,
Beautiful.
tip for saying any tomato. If you've got fresh tomatoes left over, if you've got tomato puree, tomato paste, whatever,
Lovely.
you just want that beautiful tomato flavor to infuse. We put some turmeric in there, some cumin and dhania. If I call it something else, maybe it won't taste like coriander. No, the dried coriander is absolutely perfect for this as well. And then, of course,
Lovely.
it is missing one vitally important ingredient.
The
That's gonna
most
take it.
important one. Shall I give you the honors of
No,
trying to...
you do it.
Okay,
You
I'll
are
do it. I'll
officially-
do it.
You are the only person who has the level of aggression to not hold back with.
Because you know what? I like more is more when it comes to
100%.
Mrs. Bulls.
And it's only going to add flavor. It's only going to bind. It's only going to do all the good, right things. In fact, Mrs. Balls, what more can you say about Mrs. Balls? 'Cause
So
she's
much.
amazing.
I can tell you so much about Mrs. Ball's jalapeno chutney in particular.
Ooh.
It's preservative free. I don't know if you knew that.
Oh, wow, okay.
And made with real fruit and real chilies. It's a perfect alternative to regular chili sauce with a fuller body and less vinegar, delivering a smooth and rich flavor. Now, Mrs. Ball's jalapeno chutney has a medium spice level, making it suitable for everyday use without overwhelming the palate, which sometimes could happen with hot sauce. Mrs. Ball's has been a South African household staple in Tsakani's home, in my home, in Graham's home, for over 100 years, since 1912. And as we know, every bottle of Mrs. Ball's jalapeno chutney is just packed with so much flavor, inspired by South African heritage and modern spice lovers. What did you just add there, Gray?
The baked beans have gone into the mix, and of course they come with their own beautiful tomato sauce mixed in. I mean, you could have, I wouldn't mind just baked beans and a fried egg in Amagwinya. Absolutely beautiful. Finish that off with a little bit of your jalapeno Mrs. Balls. Heat and egg yolk go beautifully together, and I think people often miss the boat in the mornings. You don't add the heat or the chili, like green chili especially, is really good for you. It's quite good for your gut. The red chili is a little bit more weaponized, so enjoy it for its flavor. But I've heard really good things, in particular about jalapenos, in particular jalapeno seeds, which is, and like cancer fighting, incredible.
Wow.
There's a reason why countries like Mexico that have a very high intake have a very low incidence of cancer. We're making those connections. So it's worth doing a deep dive, but this has come together beautifully, and you can see how it holds its consistency. And I swear, that's where Mrs. Balls, often we forget, if you're going to make a marinade or a sticky sauce or something that's got needs to have that kind of consistency, it can take it there. So what are you up to there?
All right, so this is the made product, and then I'm just basically going to pile it on. Like I said, more is more, so you definitely want to add it in. Oh, and like my mouth is watering. This smells absolutely divine. In fact, I'm going to be real sneaky and add another dollop on for extra sauce. Because
now it's going to be represented in the meal, but you're also going to get that unadulterated, just straightforward Mrs. Balls deliciousness.
Ooh, and it's all
you're a winner.
oozing out.
Well done.
Absolutely delicious. This recipe is really easy to follow. I'm sure you have all these ingredients at home right now, because from the first bite to the last, Takani stuffed amagwinya shows that comfort food can actually surprise you. The chili warmth of Mrs. Balls jalapeno chutney just adds the right kick to each mouthful. And if you've got a signature dish that you know brings the heat, share it with us. It's the Mrs. Balls Bring Your Flavor to the Table competition, and you could just be our next winner and get on the show. And here's exactly how to do that. I'm going to dish you one up.
Do it.
Bring flavor to the table with Mrs. Balls this holiday season. Show us how you use Mrs. Balls chutney in your holiday meals, and you could win a share of 40,000 Rand. It's easy. Just comment on the competition post with your dish on Facebook and X. On Instagram, share your creation to your feed and tag us both. Don't forget to use the hashtags Mrs. Balls and bring your flavor to the table. So grab your favorite Mrs. Balls chutney, get creative in the kitchen, and let's bring the flavor to the table.
Absolutely beautiful, and you are not holding back at all.
Nope, never that.
I love that. So this has been just the most generous show ever. There have been big winnings on this show. There's been a lot of money. There's been a car. And, of course, we have the small matter of potentially another 10,000 Rand going somewhere. If you could spend 10 grand at game, what would you spend that money on? Just think about it. Just think about it.
Give me the 10,000 and then I'll show you. How about that?
I'll demonstrate.
Let me demonstrate. Let me lead the way. All right. Not only that, we have Judah still standing by, and he's going to put together beautiful performance, especially in light of the Easter long weekend coming up. It's called All of Me, and like he said, he's putting all of me out there. We can't wait to get into that and tuck into these.
All of that. And well done for putting more.
It's my feel good breakfast show.
Oh, that sound should let you know, Mzansi, the hunt is officially on. Game is bringing the excitement with their Pink Basket Easter Hunt competition. And up for grabs is a whopping 10,000 Rand game shopping voucher. Yes, there it is. We're not breaking it up. You're not getting your share of 10 grand goes to you.
Well, me? Thank you. Was that? Oh, no, not about me. To enter, all you have to do is head to any participating mall, keep your eyes peeled for the game Pink Basket, snap a fun pic with it, and then send it over to their WhatsApp line. And that number is 086 142 6333. It really is that easy.
I'm gonna ruin this for everyone. You know what I would do?
What would you do?
If I could, because I've got this great relationship where I'll pop past U-turn to deliver stuff every time I've gone past game to get something completely unrelated. But then for me, it's their sanitary towels. You can get, honestly, for the same price as like a few months worth of supply, you can get a year's worth of supply now. The difference this is making in people's lives, you can buy in bulk, and they just know the pressure points within life and where they need to support. So that for me, I would spend half on something that I could take straight to, and then I would buy myself something really nice.
Oh, that's beautiful, Gray. You're definitely a better person than me. I will admit that.
I know that.
I'll get there one day when I grow up, but I would just go shopping down every aisle with the trolley. I'll get everything just like that.
Have you not dreamt of doing that, hey? Just
Since
being
I was
like
a
one of
kid.
those people. But, and there's also something really cool about like the whole notion of an Easter hunt. That really does matter. It's not just about getting the nice things. I mean, this could change a person's life. Absolutely. So let's talk about, imagine what you could do with that 10,000 Rand at game. Are you heading to the electronics aisle maybe first? I think a lot of people will do that. Maybe you want to revamp your kitchen or load up on groceries.
That's a good one. Game has got everything,
They
for
really
real.
do, and we forget, and at better prices than most. And your staples, your absolute kitchen staples.
I love
and of course, let's be real, who's dragging their entire family to help spot that pink basket first? I think this needs to be a whole family affair.
does.
But then the danger is if you're going to take your kids into game, they're going to see everything that's there, and that 10 grand is going to go very quickly in the wrong direction.
Okay,
I
do
think.
not take your kids. Rule number one. All right, we asked you on social media what you do if you won 10,000 Rand, and that is a game shopping voucher worth that value. And let's see what you had to say. Get creative. Okay, let's get into some of your comments.
All right, Raquel saying, good morning. If I was gifted 10K by game, I would buy my mother an early Mother's Day gift, maybe a fridge and microwave, because I love her so much. Okay,
That's
your
good.
answer's better than mine.
That's
It's better than
really
mine.
good, Raquel. I love that. Well, Hannah says, if GameStore's gifted me 10,000 Rand right now, the first thing I'd buy is my baby's cot, mattresses, car seat, and pram, as I'm due now in June, and a few toys for my son and daughter.
Oh, that is absolutely brilliant. And they've got you covered. Gillian saying, good morning, Expresso team. We're in need of roof water spray cleaner. We'd love to have one. Also a weed eater.
Nice.
Practical.
Yeah.
Very, very cool.
All of the above. Emily saying first thing that I would buy would be pet food for the shelters
see.
and groceries for an orphanage. Emily, with the remaining money, I would buy a chest freezer.
She was listening to my answer and she changed her answer, I think.
That's
No one is
wonderful.
that nice. Absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much, Emily.
Oh.
All of you are on the money. Don't forget, the more days that you enter, the more chances you have to win. It's as simple as that. And remember, each photo needs to be from a different day to count. Please don't try and pull any fast ones.
Don't do it. We've got our eyes on you, so keep your eyes peeled for the Game Pink Basket. Snap it, send it over to their WhatsApp line. Again, that number is 086 142 6333, and then you stand a chance to win. Entries do close on the 21st of April, so get to hunting. And of course, good luck. T's and C's apply.
I'm crossing fingers for you. It is all the best and all than anything, or rather more than anything else. I'm saying, my friend, you're already winning just by being on Expresso this morning. We've been having such a good time, and it's 5 to the weekend, baby. And not just any weekend, the long weekend. So how are we getting ready? Well, Easter is upon us, and we're going to be getting a beautiful performance from Judah ZA that is going to be getting us in the spirits. And then we're also finding out how can we make our mental well-being just a little bit better with some nootropics and mushrooms. It's all happening right here on your Feel Good Breakfast show. I'm going to give you a chance, Ned, to either go to the bathroom, take a sip of coffee, do whatever you need to do. But come right back, because we're going to be right back after this.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. I know we've had a lot of winning, a lot of crazy fun. We're going to get sort of serious now and get into a very important health discussion. We all want to feel sharper, calmer, more focused. I think now more than ever, people are looking to nutrition to support their mental well-being. We are connecting those dots in a very powerful way, from foundational brain health to the role of supplements and emerging interest in ingredients like nootropics, I don't even know if I'm saying that right, and mushrooms. There is a lot to consider right now. So let's consider it. Joining us today is dietitian Kelly Scholz, who is here to help us understand how we can support our mental well-being through smarter nutrition. Excuse the pun. Kelly, thank you so much for being back here. We love connecting with you, and you must be loving the era of health that we're entering into, that people are making a very strong connection to mental well-being in terms of our overall well-being. But how does nutrition play that role, and supplementation added to that, when it comes to brain function and that overall well-being?
So mental well-being is really about being in a state of emotional and psychological health.
I like that, yeah.
So, I mean, if you think about it, the way that you feel every day and your ability to handle stress and just the demands of daily life, all of those things really depend heavily on your brain health. So if you don't
It's the
have...
gateway, yeah.
if you don't have a healthy brain, then you can't do things like think clearly, make decisions, or even just process the neurotransmitters that you need to manage your moods. So your brain health is really foundational, and there's so many nutrients and also supplements that can significantly impact your brain health. And when we're talking about brain health, it's nice to split them into things like indirect effects and then also the more direct effects of nutrients on your brain. So some of those direct things you would know, I mean, something like omega-3s.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, everybody talks about how important DHA is for your brain health. So if you have enough DHA, the research shows that the higher the levels of DHA in your brain, the better your cognitive function. So that's one really obvious one.
Plug and play, do it, yeah.
Even things like vitamins and minerals, the basics, you know, if you've got enough vitamin B6, then you can produce enough serotonin and dopamine to help you regulate your moods. So you need to get good nutrients, and you can get them obviously from a healthy diet, but when you're not getting those things in properly, then supplementation can help.
And this is crazy. We are sitting here looking for purpose and climbing mountains to try and find that dopamine button to press, but it's we need to empower our body to be able to do that. Nootropics, am I saying it right?
You are saying it right, nootropics, yes.
Nootropics, okay, what does that cover? And this seems to be a hot topic at the moment.
So nootropics are really interesting ingredients, and it's because, you know, when we speak about things like omega-3s and B vitamins, those are the basics. Like, those are things that support normal, healthy cognitive function. And you can't have beautiful, enhanced cognitive function without that basic state of health.
Okay.
But something like a nootropic ingredient would be something that is giving you that little X factor. So increasing your brain capacity beyond a state of normal, standard cognitive function to something that's accessing a little bit more of your brain capacity. So that could be maybe enhanced mental processing. It may be a greater sense of sort of well-being and resilience to stress, better energy levels in the face of stress.
That sounds great.
But even some of these ingredients, they've been shown to possibly help to stimulate the growth of new brain cells.
Wow.
Really interesting.
And that's, I mean, I'm thinking down the line, combating dementia and elements like that.
Yes.
Suddenly now we're playing in a very proactive space. We're not just waiting to deal with the fallout. Mushrooms, mushrooms, mushrooms. Everywhere you go, and I know I do a deep dive online, so I'm being fed that as an algorithm probably, but it feels like we have unlocked something there. I would imagine not all equal. So when we talk about those mushrooms that are heavy hitters in this space, what do we mean?
Well, all mushrooms, even those heavy hitters, are actually really just food ingredients, interestingly. So you could eat a lion's mane stir fry if you wanted to. It's just not that accessible to us in South Africa to do that. It's not something that we do really culturally with our food. So taking supplements is quite a nice way to use mushrooms. And like you said, those heavy hitters have been researched for, I mentioned, you know, you've got direct effects and indirect effects on brain health from certain nutrients, and mushrooms are those things that have both effects.
Wow.
So they contain, obviously, vitamins and minerals. They're really highly nutritious foods, but they're full of antioxidants as well, and other bioactive ingredients like beta-glucans and polyphenols and plant sterols. And those things, the research is kind of pointing to how they directly affect inflammation levels in your brain, or have antioxidant capacity in your brain and stimulate the growth of neurons. So that's how they seem to be having these effects on enhancing brain function. But they also, some of them like reishi, are really powerful adaptogens. So those adaptogens help you to be more resilient to stress. And then they also have those indirect things that I'm talking about is really important, because mushrooms contain polysaccharides. Those are little ingredients in their cell walls that are like fibers that you can't digest. and they go into your gut, and your gut microbiome can use those as a nutritious substance, so they can ferment those. And when you've got a nice healthy gut microbiome, then you have a really nice system overall that's feeling healthier, better metabolism, better immunity, managing inflammation, and that also indirectly enhances brain health.
And I'm thinking of all the kind of emotional stress work you do with your diaphragm that is so close to your gut that it's almost like a nerve center in and of itself here as well. It's our second brain, effectively. I love this. The dots we've mentioned inflammation, we've mentioned mushrooms, we've mentioned supplementation, we've mentioned nutrition when talking about mental health. This is a beautiful conversation to have, and I'm sure you are preaching this. It's absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for giving us a lot of big words, but all underneath one incredible notion that the tools are there to be proactive. Don't ignore the foundational basics of good nutrition. Supplement where you have gaps in your diet and start pushing the boat out. There are so many new resources. You can't leverage mental well-being from a state of poor health, mental or otherwise. So consider nootropics and ingredients like mushrooms if you're looking to boost your mental well-being.
For over 78 years, Vital has been a trusted South African health and wellness brand. Vital is committed to producing the finest vitamins, minerals, and supplements to support a healthier, more vibrant life. Now, you could be one of 4 winners of a Vital hamper plus 2,500 Rand cash. Complete the steps on the competition post pinned to the top of Vital's Facebook page to enter. T's and C's apply.
Graham was so right in terms of that being an absolutely beautiful conversation. And this is why I'm so glad we're together, because it's all things beautiful. And this morning, my friend, when we talk about the music, it is about to get even better. Now, listen, it is all about Easter. And this is why we had to bring in Judah ZA with his debut single featuring Tepang Mputi. And friend, it's called All of Me, and I need you to get ready to be blown away. Everyone, let's give them a feel-good welcome to the stage, please.
With all my heart, I praise you, Lord. All that I am blesses your holy name. Great is your love and your grace. I'll forever sing of your goodness with all my heart. I praise you, Lord. All that I am blesses your holy name. Great is your love and your grace. I'll forever sing of your goodness. I give you all of me, all of me, my body and soul, mind and heart. I give you all of me, all of me. Can't do this on my own, so please take all of me. With all my heart, I praise you, Lord. All that I It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Now, yesterday we dived into all the action and intrigue behind an incredible movie. It's called The Accountant 2. But today we're putting ourselves to the hot seat. Not ourselves. I am actually putting my colleagues into the hot seat.
Okay.
And it's all about the movie, right? Christian Wolf isn't just a numbers genius. He's a tactical mastermind and a one-man army. So the real question is, how would you survive in the high-stakes world of danger, deception, as well as double lives? We're putting our own skills to the test, and when I say that again, I mean Zanele and Graham, and then you can play along at home too. So let's see what we've got into the account. Do we have accountants among us?
No, I was terrible at accounting.
No.
Still am, but it's okay.
Oh, no.
Because he's not just an accountant.
He's more than an accountant. Well, let's find out if we have killers in studio. Basically what you do, I'm going to ask you scenarios, right?
Okay.
And then I'm going to go A all the way into D, but I need you and Zanele to remember the letters that you went with. I've got a couple of them. You've got to remember your letters.
I'll remember by association. I will try.
Right. Not
Bearing
in
in
order,
mind,
but just...
I have like a 3-second attention span.
that's why I asked you
this is
before,
going to be
Gray.
tough. It's going to be tough,
All
but
right.
we'll try. We'll try. No, I'm ready to destroy Zanele this morning. No, impossible.
Please.
Well, that's
All right.
that's Zanele's angry face, by the way. That's it.
With a smile. All right, let's get into it. Here's the first scenario. You walk into a room
Okay.
and you sense something's off. So what do, right? Do you A, quietly assess the exits?
Okay.
Or B, ask what's wrong?
Uh-huh.
Or do you get into C, text your group chat for help? I mean,
Uh-huh.
obviously. Or D, you open a spreadsheet?
Okay. And must I say it out loud now or
Yes,
just remember
you can
it?
both tell me your answers.
Okay, I'm going for A.
Okay.
Definitely A.
You
I
are
might
going
do
to,
I might do D and then A.
But you're first going to quietly assess the exits, Zanele?
I'm definitely going A, but I think Graham just changed his
you?
answer. He said D, then A. So I think,
Yeah, no,
you know...
because you're an accountant, so you do a spreadsheet first
Graham,
to
the
assess
accountant.
Oh, my word.
the
Okay.
exits to make sure you got the right one, and then you know.
All right, Graham D, Zanele A. All right, the next question. What's your secret weapon in life? Is it A, logic, B, brute force, C, bluffing, or D, snacks?
Do you want an honest answer?
Honest, please. Is it D?
I think I'm going to go
It's
for
C.
C for this one.
C,
I'm saying
both of
C.
you.
Yeah, look at you.
Okay.
Yeah.
My
yeah,
spirit
yeah.
animal over there.
Nice. Bluffing it is. Next one. You have 5 minutes to hide from elite assassins. Where do you go? A, underground parking.
Okay.
B, behind the curtains in your mom's lounge. C, into full camouflage. Or D, to the kitchen for one last coffee and maybe those snacks again.
Oh, man. I
I mean,
give
the
you...
obvious answer is B.
What's your
Like,
answer though,
come
Zanele?
on.
B.
Okay. My answer is A. I'm sorry.
I've got to be honest. There's always time for one last coffee.
I agree.
I would probably do that. I would
you
probably
would.
go for D. I would grab my coffee and go.
Graham D, Zanele A. Okay, remember your letters.
Okay, I'm trying.
Your cover identity is blown. So what do you do next? Do you A, vanish without a trace? Do you B, pretend it was all part of your plan? Or C, I mean, you call your mom? Or D, offer them a bribe or some cookies?
Okay, so
Or
I'm going
cool drink, as
Or
we
cool
know it in
drink.
South Africa.
Yes, you could offer them a cool drink.
I had to change my name in a hurry, okay? So I had to
Okay.
actually take on a new identity, and do you know what I did?
What did you do, Graham?
I phoned my mom.
Oh.
So I think I have to go with the honest answer, C.
So you got C.
did.
You're a mixed bag today. Zanele, what are you going for?
I'm definitely going for B. You got to roll with the punches, baby. You know,
Yeah.
vanishing can be a little bit difficult sometimes. Now they find you, I don't know, somewhere in Tanzania, like certain people, you know. So let's like pretend it was all part of the plan, okay?
Okay, I love that. Which answer was yours? C.
I phoned my mom.
You calling your
I
mom?
phoned
All
my
right.
mom.
What's your idea of a relaxing evening? Is it A, solving logic puzzles? Is it B, watching true crime and taking notes for the future? Is it C, training in the dark, obviously? Or is it D, pajamas, snacks, and a nap? I know what my answer is.
Ha, ha, ha.
Okay, great. I like
Training
this.
in the dark.
You are training in the
I'm
dark.
always training. Always training in the dark.
Zanele, how about you?
But Graham's such a liar. Fine, I'm also training in the dark name. My training is taking a nap there in the dark. That's part of my training.
Zanele, I think the term you're looking for is bluffing. Okay.
Okay, okay.
Exactly.
Not lying, we're bluffing. They both going with training in the dark, which is
Okay.
C. So our producers upstairs are going to assist me with the letters because I know these guys don't know. Graham, we're going to find out your archetype.
Okay.
You don't know this yet. Graham
Okay.
is mostly C as we figure out what Zanele's action archetype is. So Graham,
Okay.
you're the sidekick.
Oh, really? Do I have to be Zanele's sidekick or your sidekick?
I don't know. Either one.
I can do both. I'm
At
willing
the
to do
same time.
both. I'm willing to do both.
Okay, listen, you are loyal. That's
Okay,
true.
yeah.
You are lovable. That's
Aw,
true.
thanks for saying that.
And probably holding the keys, the car keys in a crisis.
And probably the first person to get killed in an action movie, I think.
You're not quite action hero material, but you'd definitely be there to patch someone up and make us coffee.
100%.
Thank you.
I'm ready for that.
But
I will be
listen-
your wingman, Zanele.
Zanele, this is a great one. You're mostly
Love
A.
you.
Here's your action archetype. You're actually the strategist, right? You're cool under pressure.
Yeah, true.
Cucumber, always 10 steps ahead, and you probably have an escape plan for your escape plan. Pure Christian wolf.
100%. But does she have coffee? Does she have coffee, Zanele? I'm going to tell you.
Well, Graham, I do, because you're my sidekick with the
Exactly.
coffee, so I do have coffee.
In fact, I can hear an emergency happening right now. Someone doesn't have coffee. I'm going. I'm going to
Go,
see
Gray,
now.
go, Gray, go. It's me. I don't have coffee. He's making me another cab. Bye, Zanele. Bye, our strategist. All right, now remember, Expresso fam, we're giving away 100 double tickets to the pre-screening of The Accountant 2, and that is on Wednesday, the 23rd of April. Now, 50 double tickets go to New Metro Canal Walk, and then in Cape Town, that's the 50, and then out in Joburg, 50 goes to New Metro Hyde Park. It's the 8 o'clock show, 8 p.m. that is. Not only do you get to see it before anybody else in South Africa, but your popcorn and Coke, yes, your cool drink, it is included. Now, to enter, just head to the competition post on Expresso's Facebook page, click on the link, and fill in the details on the online form. And here's the important part. Only enter if you're able to attend, of course. The screening in either Cape Town or Joburg, or if you're willing to travel, do it, okay? Competition does close at midday, Monday, the 21st of April, and T's and C's apply. And of course, can be found on our website, expressoshow.com.
So we are cooking in the kitchen today. I have loved our menu. We have taken you down a couple of different little alleyways on the culinary roadmap this morning, and we're going to round it all off with the most delicious dessert using our hot cross buns. I don't want to say leftover hot cross buns because there will never be leftover hot cross buns. So if you do have some, think about doing this as your Easter showstopper. And of course, with Easter just around the corner, we want to get creative, and hot cross bun, bread, pudding might be it. I think hot cross buns might have been created to create bread pudding. Rich, indulgent, super easy to make with the help of Ellis Brown creamer. That is our secret ingredient that's not so secret today.
And the help of Carissa.
Yay. Okay.
Am
this
I
looks
playing
awesome.
sidekick right now?
You are going to have to play sidekick, which means, where's my coffee? Okay,
Oh.
you had one job. No, it's fine. It's fine. We're like 9 cups down already. So we are going to obviously use our Ellis Brown to add a whole nother level of creaminess. But we've been talking about this a lot, about the kind of creativity around hot cross buns.
She's versatile.
She is, man. I think we've undersold. And why do we do this only once a year?
It's only available once a year,
No,
isn't
come
it?
on. You can make it now. You can even get loaves of bread. So I'm going to start, well, doing nothing, just drizzling my butter while you
Awesome.
start making our beautiful, I'm going to call it our custard mix. That's going to kind of create the pudding
Ooh, look at
element.
that
So we've got some
jiggle.
store-bought, you call this?
Custard?
Custard.
You know why? Because nobody knows how to make custard from scratch. That's
exactly,
crazy.
I know. And you can actually do it
Can
quite easily. Yeah, custard powder is easy. Then we've got some vanilla essence, a little bit of milk going in there. And then we really want to elevate, and I think a little bit of the citrus, just like you get in your hot cross bun.
You want to zest.
Yeah, zest that away. And then we're going to use 2 little cups of, are you right there?
There's a 3-man
Put it
job.
on. Yeah, exactly. Oh, we needed Zanele. We needed our Christian
strategist.
wolf. But I think people often forget what you can get out of your Ellis Brown. So much more than just a coffee creamer. It adds a beautiful, rich, velvety texture. It helps to bind. It adds a creaminess to both savory and sweet dishes. Just have a look at the box to understand where you can take this. It's versatile enough to be used in baking, in cooking, or obviously in your morning cup of coffee or tea that isn't here. because my
It's coming,
sidekick
it's coming,
just
it's
didn't
coming.
do it. I'm going to use my superpower of manifestation to bring another. See if I can do it. Manifest another greater. Wow.
Oh
wow,
my goodness,
hey?
the sidekick
see,
has more powers than anything
we are learning.
else.
Okay, so I'm going to drizzle these while my butter is still melted. And that's going to add an extra element of toastiness, crispiness to those bits that are sticking
Delicious.
out on top.
You know what? That zest really smells incredible.
It's beautiful, hey? And I'm thinking orange, even a bit of nachi zest, lemon zest.
Lemon zest, lime zest. All right, let's go in with the milk.
That looks great and
So
pungent.
loosen it up,
And this is a kind of nice neutral flavor palette, but you can add in the nutmegs, you can spice it up with a bit more cinnamon, do whatever you know really works within your flavor profile of the hot cross bun.
Yes.
So you're going to have to snip that guy. And then it's just two, I think, half cups there we've got.
Yep.
And it is going to elevate this to something that you've never experienced before. I was waiting for you to just eyeball it there, to be honest. That's how you've been rolling this whole week in the kitchen.
whole
just
week.
From the hip. Very
Like
cool.
Christian would
Mix it
do.
through. Exactly. One job. There we go.
And
Yay.
then
And
mix
I really do
that.
recommend you go all in with your zesting, because that, I think, is going to change the
Gonna
game. Yeah, I
add,
think that really
absolutely.
does lift it.
Water.
And it's not overly sweet. There obviously you're going to have your sugars in the various elements that we're combining, so we haven't added a huge amount of sweetness. That looks
When do you do the
beautiful.
raisins?
That looks beautiful. I think we're going to drop them in afterwards.
a little bit of
Otherwise,
this, a little
I
bit of
kind of
that.
feel like they're all going to sink to the bottom.
You're right.
Then we're going to... Oh, that's
I'm gonna save
amazing.
some
You've
for
done
the
an
top.
amazing job. Well done, my friend.
Thank you.
Look
It's
at
the best I've
that.
ever zested.
You have.
Oh, I love that.
Absolutely amazing.
Wow, girl, that looks delicious.
It really does. So you can give that a gentle toss and work in our sultanas. I think the Ellis Brown, it's going to enhance everything from desserts, obviously, in this case. I'm thinking how useful it'll be in sauces, making your cooking even more
Cream
delicious.
spinach.
Yeah, giving you so much more versatility. And Ellis Brown, obviously a trusted South African brand for ages that brings quality and versatility to your meals, enhancing your everyday meals, as well as all those special occasion meals like Easter. So please, don't just be rocking up with hot cross buns.
No.
If you're going to show up at my house, show up with a hot cross bun, bread, pudding, or
Yes.
salmon. Okay?
It's pretty easy to make as well.
Actually, I'm going to my mommy's for our lunch tomorrow.
Oh, yay.
Well, she's now officially called Granny, which I don't know. I kind of feel like, come on, guys, she's still my mommy.
That's my
Okay,
mommy.
Exactly. And often when I talk about my mom, my kids are like, who are you talking about?
is
I'm like,
that?
Granny, guys. But she does the most amazing Easter spread.
Wow.
And both her and I think we share the same love of hot cross buns in different ways. Yay, that looks absolutely amazing.
It's good,
so
right?
easy. Find this delicious bread pudding recipe on expressoshow.com. Give it a toss into the oven. Absolutely easy. And there you have it, a warm and indulgent Easter dessert made with a whole lot of love and Ellis Brown. And remember, Ellis Brown is so much more than just a creamer for coffee and tea. It's a perfect way to add that creamy, delicious richness to your favorite recipe, whether you're baking, whether you're cooking, just creating something special in the kitchen. Ellis Brown gives you so much more.
And that is so
Wow.
much more.
You just Christian wolfed that bread pudding. Absolutely beautiful. Yay.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Yes, we are all smiles. Can I tell you why? Because every day can payday when you play Daily Lotto for an estimated 550,000 Rand jackpot. And it all goes down today, this Thursday. What are you waiting for is my question. Buy your tickets now in store on nationallottery.co.za. There's the mobile app, cell phone banking, or simply dial *120 *7529# for USSD. Now, of course, we got you, so all these details are on our social media pages. And then Panda Pusha play Daily Lotto for an estimated 550,000 Rand jackpot today, and you could just win big. All you have to do is play now as I hit play on our Jozi streets.
Oh, yes, honey, that's exactly it. And Tete with a praise medley to close out the show for Easter weekend.
Sure!
Out you gonna go to? Yeah, when sure. Yeah, when yeah, when I go washala watula. Sikosi, sure. Washala watula. Sikosi. Uyasinakekela ay Chico bapi uyasinakekela aybo
Another feel-good production.
a beautiful Easter weekend. It is Ntete with a praise medley of note right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. Mwah.